Unlucky for some and unlucky for us, as we've had a couple of technical difficulties so far. Episode 13, session 13 of the Slice and Dice Manylands campaign. So, first of all, before we begin, a couple of announcements. First thing, Fake Dice, hashtag Fake Dice. If you don't know what that is yet, you may find out more about it later in the stream. But safe to say, if you comment in the stream chat or via our social media, it's at slice&d6 using the hashtag Fake Dice. You do that, and with that, do your suggestions of, it could be a random encounter, it could be a plot hook, it could be a world event, it could be a flavour of the month, it could be absolutely anything you want it to be. It's just your suggestion with things to happen, hashtag Fake Dice, and it will be added to the D20, and we will be rolling the D20 at some point and seeing what the effects of that are. Also, on announcements, Bart's having problems with flinging pens around. Just a little announcement. Sorry. It's getting into your Brucon. It's cool. Yeah. But speaking of Bart and Marta, you have a little announcement. You've got a little event coming up.
Mm-hmm. That's a little event. It's a big event.
Big event.
We call it a big event. It's big for us. So we're raising money for charity by playing video games for 24 hours straight, starting this Saturday at 10 a.m. GMT or BST, whatever the current time is in London.
BST.
BST, British Summertime.
All bullshit time.
Yeah, right. And obviously finishing...
time. Or time.
Big slam on time there.
Or...
Sorry.
Whenever it's 10 a.m. in London on Saturday, that's when we're going to start and finish the following day, obviously on Sunday at 10 a.m. Maybe even
we know how time
works.
We definitely know how time works.
Last year
no time travel so far in this campaign.
Last year we did 25 hours, so it was one of those...
the changeover day.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, we're going to be playing a lot of these co-op types of games, like Destiny 2, where we're going to be doing the raids, so any fuck up from any one of the 6 people in there is going to cost us the entire thing. We're going to have to start over. So hilarity will ensue, and the more sleep deprivation will... factor in, the more ridiculous it'll get. We're also going to be playing the brand spanking new Borderlands 3 that most of us have not had that much time playing, so it's going to be that much more ridiculous. We're also going to be playing like a bunch of classics like Unreal Tournament and Trouble in Terrorist Town and Prop Hunt and stuff like that, so a lot of Gary's mods is going to be happening. Anyways, the whole point of this is to donate money to Cancer Research UK as part of the Stand Up to Cancer drive this month. Obviously, it's for a great cause. Any little helps. Like if it's £5, it's that much more, right? It's 5 or 50 or 500, whatever you want to donate. And please donate £500.
If you want to donate £500,
please do. But please join us as well and share the link that Jack has posted in the channel. The short link is bit.ly/GameStream2019. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We want to see you there, as many as possible. And a bunch of us are going to be streaming, and all the info is on the Just Giving page.
We are done with cancer's shit.
Exactly.
We really are. It's a great cause. So yeah, please give generously and support Bart and Marta. That's going to be on Saturday, you said, from 10 a.m, right?
Yes.
Great. So there's a link, as I said, right at the top of our Twitch channel, just below the video, obviously, because, priorities, sorry.
Also, there might be, an appearance from James in the comments section.
Might well be.
Because Drake Lazarus will be part of the stream.
Friend of the channel, Drake Lazarus. Yeah. And so...
Dogs will be mentioned.
Let the flame war commence.
And
the dogs of war.
Okay.
Hey!
I gave my maniacal revenge laugh in the first take of this.
And I should say also that if you struggle for whatever reason to watch Marta's stream on her channel or any of the other guys' channels who are streaming it, we will also be sharing it here on the channel as well live. Yay! We'll be hosting it, so you can watch it here as well if you really are struggling. Speaking of struggling, though, it seems to be that's the order for one of our party, at least, as we jump straight in to where things were last time here on Slice and Dice. Okay, chaps. So last time, have you lost the dice?
No, I lost a pen.
Oh no! Oh no! The pen. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So last time, you guys carrying on your exploration of the Rat King's lair, which is seemingly in a cavern once dedicated to an ancient cult underneath Flaming Jack's Bar and Grill of all places. You came across a strange humming and a beam of light seemed to be shining forth down a particular cavern. It turns out that down that was a magical hammer, which you have now seen, and one of your party at least was quite interested in this item after some being pushed slightly into pursuing it. Fleeting Look being one of the only members of the party who can actually wield a warhammer, and actually already has one himself, but not a magical one. And so, you know, the sight of a magical warhammer interested you partially. The rest of you
I was more interested than not.
especially given that some of you have already come across magical items in the last couple of episodes. You have minutes, even in game time. In the last couple of minutes, after fighting off some skeletons and oozes, you managed to get a hold of a magical ring, which has heightened your alertness, perception, and passive perception and passive investigation.
I really wanted to keep an eye on Fleeting.
And you have come across a
Pen!
A pen, yes! The pen is mightier than the sword, but is it mightier than the dagger which you have just picked up? The kind of nefarious-looking, twisted metal dagger with a blackish ichor that ekes from it. For sacrificing, perhaps a dagger of sacrifice. Oh, who knows? Anyway, as
Obviously.
after that's a nice plug. I appreciate that. I got that reference.
If they've seen it, they're already here.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what? This isn't real. What? This is game? Anyway, so Fleeting heading down this cavern towards this magical warhammer, which you read about in the skeletal corpse on the side there. You read the note in Elvish, and it said that was Faer's storm that you are looking at, and apparently the place is riddled with Darkmantles along the ceiling. But alas, it was not. You could not get this information to Fleeting before he pushed forth into the tunnel, and one such dark mantle, this kind of umbrella-shaped, fleshy, purple monstrosity, drops from the ceiling and latches itself onto Fleeting's face. I need everyone to roll initiative. Let's go.
With my new dice. Look at my new dice.
That'll do just fine.
My new dice has failed me.
Yeah.
Do you have initiative?
It's the dice of evilness.
No, because every other dice has died has done this to me.
Never mind.
It betrayed me.
Ah.
Not for the last time.
Are you Will Wheaton?
Yes.
Will we?
I'm 19, not doing anything for you.
I just realized I forgot, but I didn't write down and I forgot what scrolls I picked from that. So,
Sorry, the scrolls of magical power.
yes, I forgot. It was at the end. I don't know. Yeah, I'll repeat it. But just so you know, for this session, I can't.
You don't think those scrolls might be useful for anything that's coming up?
I've got 3 spell slots.
Yeah, you know you can use.
It's a level up.
You know you can use roll back using any spell
I know.
Okay, so guys,
But-
anyone?
So she can do that another day.
Yeah. Oh, let's
That's
say
true.
I'm saving them.
It's true. Sorcerers. It's good to be a sorcerer. So anyone get 20 or above?
Yes.
So you got 20, 22,
21.
21. Okay, no, a 1 for you, and 2.
One of those guys is
for
a
you.
paladin and the other is a rogue.
Okay, so 20 through to 15.
Yeah, 15.
15.
Also 15, you can go first.
50. I like that diplomacy.
Yep.
15.
Do you have inspiration?
I already have it.
Okay, because that was going to be like team play inspiration. Because I like to promote these things.
I'm real glad Brucon's been sitting on his inspiration, wait in anticipation of the Fate Dice episode.
Yes, that's a good idea.
AKA the one where shit
Is that
went
why you've all
south.
been holding on to it?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay.
AKA the one where shit went south.
Yeah, quite literally. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It
Is it? Well, we'll find out.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It might be good. It might be a good thing. Good things have happened. So Neris, that leaves you last with 2. Okay.
Quite a bit.
That is quite a drop.
Yeah.
It is 3. You add 1.
Okay, fine. 3. Doesn't really make a difference.
I'll be honest, you're still at the bottom.
It's a 50% increase. Come on.
I mean, come on, what do you want from me? So, 4.
Respect the maths.
Recognize.
Nope, oops for me. So sorry. 5 for you. And 6 for you. And there's a 7 for you.
There's only one downside to the system. Is when we see one enemy, and we see you with 2 cards.
Yeah, there is a slight backfire with that, but oh well.
The way I see it,
You don't
it's
know when it's gonna
lucky
happen.
Number 7.
We don't know when it's going to happen.
If anything, it's the hanging dagger
weird
over
ass
you.
film.
We know when it's going to
You seen
happen.
Lucky
At
Number
some point
7?
during this combat.
Weird
Turn
film.
3 and 4.
Ah, Downton Abbey, my favourite. Says
I don't understand.
I don't. I mean, there's
feel
more
like
than
he's-
troubles in the vestry right
He's
now.
so excited about watching our stream that it's as good as and addictive as Downton Abbey.
Someone
Which
needs-
also has a film out at the moment.
Yeah.
You never know, we could have a film.
Someone really must.
The movie.
Someone really must go
We're already
upstairs.
longer than a feature film. So
True, true.
Someone really
Okay.
must go upstairs and inform the master that the Darkmantles are at the door.
At the start of the combat, fleeting look, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this dark mantle lands on your
You don't need to do anything, you're
cranium,
welcome.
latches itself around your face, just to catch you up on that one.
Thanks.
Yeah, so it's currently latched to your head. You are considered blinded, and you also are unable to breathe. So you want to do something about this. I thought this was an impeccably crafted BBC drama. I've been fooled for the last time since Drake Blandford. Well, each their own. Anyway, first up,
We all know it's not the last time.
Yeah.
How big is this mass on his head? Like, am I able to, because I've got a rapier, am I able to stab it without stabbing his face? This isn't a major downside to my stabbing. I just want
Yeah,
to know.
I want to say in advance that stabbing him in the face is not the worst.
You,
scenario.
given its shape and the way it's enveloped itself around his head, there's a little bit on the top you could guess you could probably stab into and miss him, but because of his horns, it's hard to tell exactly where would be the right place.
He's got a horn.
I'm gonna go. Am I able to put the sword down? Just gonna have none of that. Stab him. Am I able to? You
Shank
said
him in the kidneys.
Fleeting can't hear me, can he?
No, he's not deaf, he can hear you.
Just blinded.
He's blinded and unable to breathe, but
Cool. So I'm
he
gonna
can
yell
hear
to
you.
Fleeting. I'm like, push Fleeting, and try and grab it. And I'm gonna. Can I use my action to help him on his turn when he tries to get out?
yeah, so you're going to use help action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
fine.
advantage.
Yeah, it's great, yeah. No
So
problem
yeah,
at all.
I'll try and help him when he tries to take it off.
Teamwork, it's good. It's not in
Will
your
you cook
character.
it? Will you cook it or order it from Zanzibar? Don't worry about it.
Squiddly diddly. So next is fleeting. Unless you have any bonus actions you want to use.
I bonus action extra help.
Okay, fleeting look. No, nothing. Okay.
I'd like to turn around 180 degrees, please.
Okay, you can do that.
Thank you.
Yep, you can turn around 180 degrees on the spot. Moving anywhere else whilst blinded might be challenging.
That's fine. That's all I need. I'd like to try and remove the thing from my face.
Great, make a strength check.
You get advantage.
You
Right.
do get advantage because he's helping.
Which is fortunate.
Roll it again.
Which is fortunate because that was not a good roll. That, however,
It's worse.
no.
Oh, it's better.
That's an
Oh,
18. That's an
alright.
18.
You are welcome.
18 is enough, so between the two of you, you manage to wrestle this dark mantle off of your head. So it's currently in your hands, fleeting, and in yours actually, as well as you're trying to lift it off. Between the two of you, that's your action to take it off. Are you doing anything else?
No, that's fine.
That's
We're just
okay.
standing there holding it now, like Simba.
Yep. Not for long, because from the ceiling.
Can we not move it? Can you not use the rest of your action to move it to throw it away?
What fun would that be?
I mean, you could drop it if you wanted to.
I mean,
Can I drop it directly in front of me?
You can drop it on the floor, yeah.
on the
That's not what. That's what we said.
Okay. Alright
I said
then.
directly in front
I
of me.
came
Where
up
else
with
would
the
I
help.
drop it?
Icky Stick says, typically, finally managed to catch a stream and then get reminded I'm teaching tonight. Well, thanks for streaming anyway. Icky Stick, appreciate it. So from the ceiling, two more of these fleshy umbrellas.
Onto
Flesh
each of
umbrellas,
their
that sounds awful.
flesh bodies.
Oh god,
Onto
I'm
their
sorry.
heads.
These dark mantles, let's forget
flesh body.
let's forget the description here. Drop from the ceiling towards the two of you. How do I do this? Okay. Okay, fine. So does on you does a 19 hit?
You know it does.
On you does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so you both get a little. So let's put a little cap on Seth.
Why do I help?
And there's now a second one between the two of them, which you can put on the floor. So you gave it to take the hair off. Doing a little Lego swap there.
Why did I help?
And this one's on the floor.
Yeah, that's the one
I
that's
mean,
between them.
close
He's
enough.
got one.
Oh, this is the one that came off.
Yeah.
He's already got one on.
You
This has gone downhill for helping.
So the two, you both.
No, I mean,
What's your HP?
That's enough. 18.
Okay,
Yours?
I rolled the same, so you both take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as
help
well
me.
from this. Now you're both considered blinded and unable to breathe, as these Darkmantles are now over your faces.
Can I roll a glare roll to see if Fleeting can tell that I'm glaring at him?
Okay. Go ahead.
How much HP does Fleeting
This
have
would be
now?
this would be a performance check.
13.
13.
He can feel me glaring.
He is considered blinded.
He can feel it.
If he used his divine sense, he might be able to pick up something. But
Sense that he can.
I think to be honest, I think he feels it most of the time and just doesn't really react to it. So, anyway, for the rest of you,
Seth, I'm really getting something strong from you right now.
it's
I
kind
love
of
it too.
eerie for the other three of you watching this unfold as more of these things start falling from the ceiling, because suddenly, from that spot, the darkness just seems to descend, and in fact, a 15-foot radius right around the centre of them is now in darkness. To do so,
Black pen.
I have a black pen.
I might have just a spell.
Sorry,
Just a
Do it.
salt.
just getting so
Do it in
excited.
red or
Reaction.
something.
I might have just a spell for this.
If I had like a nice piece of
it's
cloth,
gonna
I could
sting.
just put over.
No, it's not.
15 radius, yeah.
There's two of them.
But for one, it's gonna sting.
No.
It's just the corridor, isn't it?
Essentially, yeah. The corridor is now in darkness around the two of them, so they disappear from sight from all of you up ahead. So
Is your
that's their
proposal
turn. Next,
To use.
I'm thinking
Brucon.
this.
Which one?
This.
Yes. However, you remember how you just got another new trick? You know how one of those
One.
tricks was that one.
No.
Yeah, but it's one.
You spend one and choose a number of creatures up to your charisma modifier,
Oh,
which
okay.
is 2. So you can infect. So Brucon, I'm going to slightly metagame this just a teeny tiny bit, but Brucon is aware. So Neris is next to Brucon,
Yep.
and he can see the magical shenanigans starting to sort of rev up. So he's
Getting
going
pretty
to
freaked out.
he's going to delay his action until arcane shenanigans go down. Once Neris casts a spell, Brucon is going to charge in and attempt to wrench one of the fucking I do what I want flesh brollies from the head
flesh rise.
from the head of one of his compatriots. We'll see which one it is once the situation is
Cool.
eventuated magically.
So essentially, you are ready in action to pull one of these things off of their head. Once you have line of sight, is the trigger, I guess, to run in and do that.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. That's fine. Next is Mala.
Nala would like to. I know you can't see.
This is what's causing the dread in the music. Can't see them. What do we do now? I'm blind.
Is Neris sort of doing her flame thing? She's starting to flame up a
I'm
bit.
starting to get really fired up.
I will hold a Toll the Dead for one of the
I know what you're planning.
fleshy umbrellas
I know
when
exactly
it becomes
what
visible.
that
If
plan.
it becomes visible.
Okay, so you're ready in action as well, ready a spell. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, Neris, it's your turn, bottom of the round.
Alright. Well, I'm going
You're a
to
good bow.
stretch my newly leveled up abilities. Which is now level 3. I have gone with, in terms of just FYI, meta magic. I've gone with empowered spell. I've gone with careful spell.
Remind me afterwards, I'll make a note of it.
Yes.
Careful spell and what one?
And empowered spell. And
interesting.
obviously I got an extra sorcery point.
Yep,
Even though I
because
spent
leveling
the other
up.
ones.
Yep.
And I've ended up taking, for second level spells, I'm taking up Agonizor's Scorcher.
Oh, yes,
And
Agonizor's Scorcher,
I've
yes.
swapped Detect Magic for Scorching Ray.
Okay, well that's a lot of information. Thank you for
So
that.
there you go.
It's okay.
And
I
on that
trust you. Carry on.
grand
But I can tell how
note
proud
of
you
it.
are of it, though. That's
I'm
great.
so happy.
That's really
Let
cool.
me boil it down
It
for
is
you.
time.
Let me boil it down like this. everything's about to be on fire.
Yeah,
Well,
I gathered
no,
something
say
like
that,
that.
because
No,
I'll obviously
wait, no.
roll a natural
All
one.
fire all the
You know what the worst part is?
Lots of things
I
about
recommended this combination to her. I didn't expect it to be her first attack.
But just so you know,
featuring you.
my charisma is +2, which means for careful spell, both of y'all automatically succeed. I'm gonna spend my sorcery points.
Question. With sorcery points, though, to designate it as a careful spell, do you have to have line of sight on them to be able to designate them not to hit them?
Doesn't say.
Does not
It doesn't
say.
say?
Doesn't
Not
say.
your call.
I'm going to take your word if it doesn't say. Fine, I'll let that happen. You're aware of their essence,
Yeah.
so you can sense. You can say, you can channel it into your spell. That's fine.
The sum total of the wording is when you cast a spell that forces other creatures to make a saving throw, you can protect some of those creatures from the spell's full force.
Great, fine. I'm happy with that.
Please work.
That
This
sounds
is gonna be
great.
a
That sounds like
natural
a really
one.
good
Well,
idea.
You don't roll the same
Yeah,
throws.
yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright, so I just gotta. Oh yeah, so I just.
So
cast
Agonizing
again as our-
Scorcher.
Yeah.
Okay,
save.
great.
So do you need to get
What
your
kind of
line?
save is that?
Dexterity.
So-
30-foot line.
Yeah, 30-foot line.
Yeah.
So
Straight.
can you protect 2 creatures?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
have
number of
a
creatures.
+2.
It's a number of creatures
So-
equal to the user's charisma modifier.
Mm-hmm.
We're
And
safe.
I'm going to
Neris'
move
charisma
one
modifier
forward,
is +2.
5
Yep.
feet forward, and I'm going to cast this straight down.
What I will say is, because it is darkness, I need you to make an intelligence check just to see if you can get the angle correct.
Go for it. That's a solid roll. +2.
+1.
+2.
Intelligence, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's 17.
17. Okay, I'll say with 17.
I'm relatively
All right.
close.
With 17, you get them.
I'm on the edge of
With
the
17,
darkness.
yeah, that's enough. You got it. You got it.
Yeah,
You got it.
yay!
You know,
So,
there
yeah.
was some moving around, but I think you can get them. So it's so you're. Can you designate it careful spell to both of them? Or
Yes.
only one of
Yes.
them?
Number of creatures equal to the charisma modifier, which in most cases.
Great.
+2.
So it's just going to be the 3 Darkmantles in that path
Yeah.
that are going to
Yeah.
get attacked here.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 failed, and the third one, because I rolled 2 2s, and the third one with a 6, that's
No.
8 is a fail.
Fail.
So they all fail.
So was it 3d8?
3d8.
3d8.
Slowly, yeah.
Give me the 8. Yay! Okay.
Yay!
Oh! Holy shit! Holy
3
shit!
8s.
3
8s.
8s.
24 damage.
Well, it's clearly now going to be your favourite spell.
Yes,
That's
pretty
quite
much.
something. So with that, that's 24 points of damage. They only had 22 at full.
Boom.
All 3 of them
Finally.
get burned to death. Although,
Jesus, well played.
but the thing is that that's great, but none of you can see that, so you don't know if it worked. They know it worked,
Yeah.
although they only know it worked individually for them and what you can hear, essentially.
Basically, can we just
You'll
play
hear
it?
like,
Can we just play it that they both see shit's about to go down?
Can I?
I've had enough, and I just go.
and with that, the darkness now
And
clears
both of
as
these
well.
guys,
I hate
most of these guys think I've just scorched these guys as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
I want to freak both of them out.
I don't.
You have succeeded.
I hate that I know this, but if you succeed the save, we take half as much damage.
No, because she used careful
Careful
spell
spell.
to exempt you from the damage.
Yeah.
No, I don't exempt it. It means
It does.
It means we save.
No, it literally
No,
means you
yeah.
automatically succeed.
Yeah, we succeed.
Which means you take half
So
damage.
we take half
The
damage.
chosen creature
Okay.
automatically succeeds, so yeah, so it's 12 damage apiece.
So
Holy
we still
shit!
take up.
I just
You're right.
scorched.
But you
both
didn't kill
into
them.
death.
So this with fire comes
what-
consequences.
Hang on.
What
Sets
HP was...
There it is. Leaping sound.
You also see this. Oh god! You can remove the. You can remove the black hood
Sorry,
from him
guys.
and put the brown hood on if you would
Literally
like.
the biggest roll I'm
it's over
ever
here.
gonna roll ever.
So anyway, so the darkness
Can you do
clears.
something about that?
The darkness
You can do
clears
something about it for one of them.
as
No, I've got both.
you let forth this spell.
Uh,
You melt these. They just fall from your. You feel this sudden burst of heat.
Flumbrellas.
The flumbrellas. Thank you, Drake Lazarus.
Do they
Fall
make
off.
any screaming? Not
They
them.
don't actually speak, so you just hear the kind of fleshy, like, melt. And they just fall to the
I
floor
overdid it.
in pieces, and Fleeting Look tumbles down as well, his cape on fire, cloak on fire. You're not unconscious, are you? You are. He falls down. Everyone falls unconscious. The darkness clears. There are
fucked up that
There are
corridor.
3 dead Darkmantle charred corpses and your 2 friends unconscious on the floor. Top of the round, Seth, can you make a death save?
Well, hang on. So
wait.
So Brucon delayed an action to
wrestle
go
the
and
thing off.
assist
Yeah.
his companions when after Neris unleashed a spell
Yep.
This wasn't the form of assistance he was expecting to try and render. Still, though, he's going to go in and he is going to. We're going to say I think that Fleeting has healing powers. So on a practical level, it makes more sense. So Brucon is going to attempt to administer first aid to Fleeting Look with a medicine check.
Oh, I'll let you do that. That's fine.
As he does that, and as the mist clears, you're just kind of like.
Actually, that's a good point. Can you make a wisdom save for me?
Oh.
A saving throw is the top box.
Oh, that's 12.
12. Okay, with that, you drop to your knees. You have these.
You develop a complex.
You're getting some flashbacks
Okay.
of some. You don't get the full images.
Yeah,
you,
but
you
I'm more
just
like,
get-
yes.
You don't get a full clear picture, but you just get more feelings of guilt,
PTSD.
of fear, of an overwhelming pain, and losing those closest to you. That's the kind of mourning and grief that you feel, and you're paralyzed from this. You fear what you're becoming or what you became. You are. For the next turn, you miss your next turn because you're kind of rendered not petrified, but similar. You're kind of paralyzed. Catatonic.
I'm going through a full-on PTSD.
You're having a PTSD moment massively.
Are we
No,
interrupting
not
your
that.
PTSD? Are we interrupting your PTSD while we're unconscious or
Yes.
dying?
No, you're not interrupting anything.
No, causing, not interrupting, causing.
So you run over to do a medicine check.
Yes, medicine check.
I saved you from the
15.
Darkmantles.
15 is enough to stabilise, putting him on 0.
So
You had a spell prepared. So you,
let it go.
well, you can still hold on to it actually until your turn.
It's a cantrip, I don't care.
I would say hold on to it to your turn. Just say hold on to it. Just hold on to it.
I'm just going
Just
to make my
consider
death
the-
saving
Death
throw.
saving throw, yeah.
Oh!
Was that a natural?
Natural 1.
Yeah, you
Natural
suffer
one.
2 failed death saves.
Two death save failures. Don't fail another one.
Save him.
Unconscious on the
We've
floor.
got to get to...
A sudden heat then turns very cold as Seth. You feel yourself almost as if you feel weightless.
Look at it this way: if you didn't want to kill a party member, you wouldn't have torched these zone in which they were.
Well,
I mean,
quite
you did.
frankly,
It was a shot in the dark,
My-
quite literally.
my rolling has been so appalling.
Yeah, you didn't anticipate just fully zapping them.
I didn't expect 3 8s. That's what I didn't expect.
Seth, you feel suddenly lighter.
Really?
Yeah. But you feel like you're falling, and the darkness around you seems to be making you feel chilled. It feels like your nerves are standing on end, but it feels like you're having an out-of-body experience.
I mean, chilled sounds pretty good compared to barbecued.
Yeah, but deathly cold. Like, it's starting to pierce into your flesh.
Okay, I
It's
didn't roll a natural
not feeling...
I didn't roll a natural one.
And in the back of your mind, you can feel a presence, and you can hear a voice, and you hear a voice, a distant chuckle, full of mirth but a darkness, and one that you immediately recognise. Your friend that you've been hearing seems quite pleased with this for the moment. Okay, so snapping back, Fleeting Look has just been stabilised, so you're currently unconscious.
Okay.
Unless anything else is done to you in the meantime, so you missed this go, unfortunately.
Was that all?
Sorry, so skipping over that. Okay. Brucon, does a 15 hit?
No.
Damn. Okay, with that.
No.
With that, another Darkmantle drops from the ceiling.
He
It
nearly
lands-
hits, but no.
He dodges. He uses his monk-like reflexes to dodge out the way, and it lands next to him. There we are on the floor. Another one's there, poised to strike. Okay, that's it. Meanwhile, from
Oh my god, he's in the Lego box.
Let me let me help them. That's
Let
all
me-
my character's built to do. Why are we delaying my turn? Let me help both of them.
Count the ways.
Well, let's find out what you're helping them from with 2? No. Anyway, let's find out what the situation is that you're rescuing / running away from.
With that from further down the corridor.
That is a.
It's a dog. It's a dog with a turret.
Let me describe
Dog
it.
with a turret.
It's here. It's this
Allow
side.
me to describe this.
So
for
the
you.
main
side.
battle dog.
It's coming from behind you. Yes.
Jack, describe
Here?
this.
Yeah.
Is here
Go on,
okay?
describe.
That's fine. Yeah. So coming from further within the cave, you hear a squeak from behind you, and you see a rather normal-sized rat. But this one, what's not normal about this grey rodent is the stalk protruding from its back. 2, in fact, stalks protruding from it, with little eyes on the end of it. One in a purple eye, and one red eye down the and it makes an appearance. And
Dog o'clock.
dog o'clock. Yeah. Almost.
It's dog time. Not
Okay.
dogging time. That's different.
So, I'm going to roll for this. So, 2. Okay. And out of the 2 of you, let's see who it goes for. So, okay. So, Neris, after
Oh no.
setting off the fire, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
19.
19. That is a success.
Dang.
So you only take half damage as the red eye, a laser shoots forth from the red eye straight at you.
I'm a fire in my
You take, it would have been 14 points of 14 points of damage, but it's reduced to 7 because you saved. Doesn't say what kind of damage. That's really unhelpful. But anyway, damage. You take damage. 7 points
hurts.
of damage. It hurts.
Are
This
you
red,
happy now?
You got
Yes.
shot by a laser, a red laser. Shoots you. Yeah. And
You would assume by default that
Not
would
the
be force
Diet
damage.
Coke of evil.
yeah.
You would assume.
Yeah, that's a good call. I'll say let's go with that. Force damage. So the fire that you let from within you, suddenly you kind of feel like fire just kind of erupts from one arm as this thing strikes into you. Just a release almost of this fire you hold inside you.
And I turn around and say, "Whoa."
You can do that if you
Okay.
would like. That's fine.
Turns around and I'm going like out of her stick. Like, motherfucker.
And as you say that, it almost seems to respond to you because this rat that's crawling on the floor, it just starts hovering in the air with these 2 eye stalks sticking out of it. It's a creepy ass rat. Okay, that's that.
Hate rats.
Brucon.
Brucon, there is a Darkmantle on the floor.
Yes, there is.
Because it just tried to mate with my face.
It did, trying to make with your face.
Well, my face is saving itself for somebody else, so Brucon's going to visit violent vengeance upon it. I'm still holding on to that monk point. 2 monk points, in fact. So we'll go with a routine attack. Brucon draws his short sword and tries and does a sort of kick to raise it up to suitable slashing height.
I like it.
So we'll go with this. So black is unarmed. No, you're fine. Okay, so we've got a 16 and a 12.
Both hit.
Both hits.
Yeah, AC of 11.
Nice.
Not very
Okay,
well armoured.
so this was 6. So that will be 15 damage.
15 damage.
Kill damage.
Excellent. That's good. That's done a lot of damage to it.
Yep.
It's it almost ruptures as you kick into it, like in almost a cartoon fashion. That it through 2 of its pseudopods kind of stay still, and you kick it like in the neck, and it's like up like that. That's the kind of
I Rochambeau'd the flesh from it.
and then
Excellent.
slash at it with your sword. But it is still up. There's this purplish blood that's oozing
Purple
out of
haze
it.
up in my brain.
Purple haze, indeed. Okay, that's your turn, unless you'd like to move.
No, I'm fine.
Malar, quite an important turn.
Oh,
What are you going to do?
Goodness, Miss Darris, be careful.
Oh, sorry. I turned around.
You know it's the real deal because he didn't start with an
Oh, I saw last week. I get it. I realise that is.
No, that's his thing.
We love
it. Do it. You must do it.
I've got to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to move that much closer. I'm going to dump out. Well, I'm going to pull out my amulet, and I'm going to channel divinity, preserve life. You get 7 points. You get 8 points of life.
Everybody gets 7 or 8 points of life.
And then I'm going to
turn into Oprah.
Thank God you got Mallow. Thank Festia.
Doesn't it look like I have a rolled up newspaper about to hit the
It does.
100%.
Is it because I'm holding it here?
That is Mallow's
Slap it on the snap.
Mallow's turn. Mallow's box of tricks. So preserve.
7.
Indeed, you did preserve life with that. That actually means both of you now come to consciousness from this. You feel a warm, kind of countryside whimsical glow come over you, and suddenly you're back to life. It's like you had the most wonderful dream, and suddenly I'm back in a cavern. Shit, it's all gone wrong. Neris, it's your turn.
Remind me never to go to the countryside with you.
Yeah, okay. And shit, I'm in a cavern. Oh god.
Countryside, oh shit, I'm in a cavern.
Being a little freaked out at what just came out of her.
We've all had those nights.
Well, I was saying,
She's gonna grab her bow.
Wondered what you were saying there.
Yeah.
Gonna grab her butt.
Slowly and more sensually.
So you're grab her bow and fire an arrow at the
Do
weird.
it. Yeah, hit him.
Doing it.
Hit it. Hit that thing.
Ooh. That is what's for the bow? Dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 20. Unnatural 20. Unnatural.
An unnatural 20
What did you roll?
does hit. Yes.
19. So no, you're up to.
No, it'll be 23. None of it matters. So you are proficient with bows.
Yeah.
So plus 3.
But that's what we were. That's
Oh
what
yeah.
we were
Oh sorry.
checking.
Yeah. No. So yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
So
you've got proficiency.
1d8.
It hits.
Yeah.
You hit.
The
Roll
crucial point
roll
is
for that
hits.
damage.
That's 8.
Jesus, Angel of Death
8
tonight.
points of damage. Lovely job. So yeah, with the arrow strikes into it, it almost drops off of its hovering pedestal, if you like, for a moment. Just kind of swoops down and then rises back to its point. You see its little rat face kind of goes to one side and just bites off the arrow stalk, so it's left with the nub inside. It's kind of treating itself a little bit. Yeah, I know it's nasty, and the eyes both focus on you.
She's still grossed out.
Oh, it is very gross, especially because it's kind of sinewy. These stalks that are coming out. It's pretty gross. Anyway, that aside, Seth, you're now conscious. I'm guessing you use half your movement to get up.
Use half my movement to stand up. Go look behind. I see the rat fin there. Can I ask Nibbles in my pocket how long that potion of rat control lasts?
I'm pretty sure it's at least for an hour, I think.
We're gonna head to the thing straight away.
Pretty much.
Cool. Can I neck down that potion and then attempt to use the control thing on the dog?
Yeah, you the dog.
The rat.
You can. What Nibbles whispers into your ear. Goes,
You need to be close to it to do it. Within 30 feet, you might say.
How convenient.
I would estimate approximately 6 squares if this one is laid out on a 5 square grid.
You need to be close enough to whisper sweet nothings.
I'm gonna move next to Mala and attempt to control the rat.
yeah, sounds good. You drink potion.
Yep.
With that, it kind of shudders this rat, and a yellowish glow appears for a second over it, and then dissipates. And it just hovers there. The eyes kind of drift. Still on their stalks, but they're no longer focusing in an aggressive manner towards Daenerys.
Well, I have control over it.
It's no longer leering at her. So yeah.
Let's get a roll.
Yeah, no, that's it. You're there you go, done.
Cool, I'm gonna say to the party, the potions work. Don't hit the rat thing. And then I'm gonna say, be careful of the slimes. I think they explode.
The slimes.
Yeah. There was one on my head and then it exploded in fire, so I'm pretty sure that. So be careful. So be careful, Brucon, when you punch it.
Good logical deduction.
Malar turns is like.
As he turns that, I just look at him like.
Yeah.
And then I turn to you guys, are you guys okay?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him.
While this is going on,
It might. It definitely
you
will
like to
hurt
do?
him.
Is that little gravity blanket still alive?
Yeah.
That one is, yeah.
Yeah, I will
I mean, you
turn
still have the
and-
hammer here.
I will turn and attack it with my axe. Just think I have. Was it still holding my axe when I last? Did it push me in front of
Yeah, you got the
Yeah.
axe, yeah. And the other, the Warhammer's on about
6.
6 misses, unfortunately. 6 altogether.
Yeah.
Alas,
They
you
have like
swing.
8, don't they?
A swing and a miss. 11. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any bonus actions at all? Or you good? Okay.
Very
it's-
one and done paladins.
Okay, with that. With that, this one, the one on the floor there is going to. This time, it's going to latch at the easiest face to reach.
Yeah.
That of the dwarf.
The Brucon face.
The
yeah.
Brucon face.
Yeah.
That's a 19 on the dice.
Yeah, that's it.
With that, it leaps up into the air. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it envelops around your face. You're considered blinded,
Yeah.
and you're currently suffocating. And with that, another darkness appears.
I thought it was going to blow up, and I was like, oh, they actually.
Oh my god, they explode! Yeah, would somebody like to place the helmet on Brucon and just draw? That sounds wrong. And draw.
No, it's cool.
My hair.
15-foot radius around. You can have your hair back. Yeah.
Priorities.
Nice. And so darkness now appears. Thank you. Around within a 15-foot radius around Brucon. So everything around you flees. And you took a swing at this thing. Suddenly it jumped at Brucon and everything went black. And you can hear the scuffle. You can hear the grunting of the dwarf.
It doesn't have that much HP left.
No, it's real low.
It's looking real.
Tenderized.
It was looking real beaten up until you turned your back and faced that thing, and suddenly everything's black behind you again. Oh, cavern problems.
Ready for fiery vengeance part
Right,
2.
the laser-
You can survive it.
So with that, now the
No, well, hang on, no.
Seriously.
Because I've got to pass
The-
a dexterity saving
Oh
throw.
shit.
the rat with the eye
Oh, I don't have
stalks
more
then
dexterity.
No, you've run out of sorcery points to
floats looking in your direction.
Yeah.
That's its turn.
How-
Brucon.
How many
Yep.
party members can
So
barbecue
you're currently
in
suffocating
one
with this thing on your head.
Yep.
You can make
Save it for
a
the rat.
strength check to get it off if you would like.
Yeah, there's no obvious alternative course of action available to me.
Trying to slam your head against the wall.
It's try that or
Nobody
wait
has
for my
submitted
world
for
to
you.
become fiery. So let's
Yeah, you saw it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brucon knows exactly where this chain of events leads, and he is real keen to get off this bus. So yeah, strength check.
Okay, go for it.
16. No,
16 is enough.
hang on.
Is it athletics or strength?
It doesn't matter actually.
It's
It's
strength.
15.
15 is enough.
15 is enough.
You wrench it off of your head, you can drop it on the floor. Or
Was that my action?
that was your action, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You take in a huge gulp of air. Suddenly,
Is it still dark? Still dark now?
around those two, unfortunately, yes. Up to behind Neris, essentially.
And Brucon's packing dark vision, so he knows that it's not mundane darkness.
Yeah. Both of you, in fact, have dark vision. So
Yeah. At this stage, moving is mostly just going to give it another opportunity to go for the faith. So,
although it
Brucon
would have disadvantage to can't see it. Oh no, you're right. Go ahead. Different kind of things. Go ahead.
However, what I will say is that I never said Brucon dropped it.
Yeah, you can carry it if you want.
So I'm going to say that Brucon sort of locked in combat, locked in a sort of a deadly dance with the.
You dance with the devil.
Yeah, exactly. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Yeah,
I have
so
a big
good.
stick.
Thank you. That's that scratched my quote.
Your reference.
Reference itch.
So Brucon. Let's give this a. Brucon's gonna go. I have the monster. I have it here. Would someone want to take it from me? And starts walking this way.
Yep.
Now, he's just taken it out of melee range of Fleeting Look.
Yep.
N'est pas?
Because you're holding it, I'm going to
I'm
say
holding it,
it's
yeah, okay,
fine. But the darkness travels with it.
The darkness travels with it. Okay.
Yeah, so now you've run over to this slot, and now none of them can see. In fact, hang on. So it's 15 feet radius around Brucon, essentially. So it's now going to cover, I think, all of the party except for possibly Fleeting Look. Yeah, that looks about right, yeah.
But he is announcing his intentions, going, I have one of the creatures here in my hands.
As we're all blind, like that's great.
A moment passes and Fleeting, suddenly you can see again. The
you
cavern.
can see exactly the hammer.
And the hammer is there waiting for you at the end. and everything behind you is dark. It's almost as if...
They can't see me.
It's almost as if the entire rest of the universe has ceased to exist.
On a slightly serious point.
And she just has like a little rosy, like a little ring going like...
On a slightly serious point, given your experiences so far with the 8, your weird and slightly almost inexplicable experience with the 8, some would say you're possibly an 8-touched person, given your amount of the 8 has interfered in your life weirdly. And it seems like almost Almanac is beckoning you forward to go and claim this Warhammer, given that this is now all you can see, is the Warhammer and this part of the cavern, and everything behind you is in darkness. Like, this doesn't happen every day, even to you. It's feels like a sign, possibly. That's I'd say that's what goes through your mind at that point. Okay, so next is Malar. You're currently blinded. So you saw this laser rat thing, the yellow glow came over it, you heard Brucon shouting, I've got the thing, and suddenly you're in darkness.
Don't think that.
I take out my quarterstaff. I turn around. Helping! And I would just start walking just with my quarterstaff.
You're sort of going to hit in just a random direction, or...
You just healed me.
In the general direction of the voice?
I'm going in the direction of Brucon's voice.
Yeah, no,
Who wants this?
Okay, make an intelligence check. Just a straight intelligence. 16. Okay, so you're just going to start moving in the direction of Brucon's voice, swinging the thing. Because it's a cavern, there are echoes, which makes it harder to place. So you're going to swing in a random direction with this dice. If you can roll that dice, see which direction it points.
I mean, Games Workshop don't use them anymore, so we might as well.
This feels relative, to, depending on where you're sat around the table.
I'm going to say that's relative, given his position. So, so you make an attack. Make an attack roll, please. With the quarterstaff.
Yeah.
15.
It's decent.
15. What's your armor class, Seth?
15.
Helping.
Funny story, Brucon's armor class is 16.
Funny story. No. So you need to roll for damage. It's a d6 because you're doing it one-handed because you've got a shield in one hand.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Oh my god, that's a max. Okay.
So that's going to be 8 points of damage.
Down.
Because I gave you 7.
Can I ask, does my control over the brat go?
You don't know.
Why?
With that,
You knew I was on
What?
7.
In what way is this my
You
fault?
knew I was on 7.
I would say, in fairness, that is committing to character and not metagaming it. So that's
You knew
that's
I was
fine.
dying.
But anyway, so you. Okay, so with that, you hear Brucon's voice and you go, helping! Pull out your quarterstaff and just
Now,
whack! And you hear a
I just want to just a
brief something at the
Just a
floor.
brief pause for some information that not everyone was necessarily aware of, but I feel is useful at this point. So Drake commented a little while ago, I'm going to make beans on toast, so I must insist none of you do anything heroic for the next few minutes. I think we can say with confidence that this instruction has been met to the letter. Nothing heroic has happened.
The worst thing is, I think
Why?
the slime.
Of the comedy.
I know
Just
that the
why?
slime is next to me, and I'm going to assume now that the slime hit me.
Okay, so hang on. Here's,
Yeah.
I've hit something.
Yeah, it felt harder than you were expecting. You were expecting something much more fleshy. Kildare Paul says, why? Yeah.
Did I,
Such a great
did I hit
question.
it? Is it dead?
You definitely hit something, you know that much.
So I say that out loud.
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
Does it go limp in Brucon's hands at all?
Nope.
No, there you go. Brucon report. It doesn't. I'm not feeling any sort of feedback from there. I'm not sure you hit it.
No, it's
Is everybody okay?
I'm gonna follow Miller's.
you can't see Malos. You just heard helping. You heard Brucon go. I've got the thing.
I heard a
Helping.
thud, and I
Whack.
assume
Thud.
that
That's what you've
the
heard
most
so
helpful
far.
thing next to a bow and arrow in the dark, or fire again in the dark, given what happened, and the fact that I don't really have any other helpful spells other than mending.
Yeah, I don't know if did we take the turn where you were catatonic? We didn't do
No,
that.
we didn't do that.
Should we
Okay, I can skip
retroactively
it.
do
Okay,
that? So
I'll
we
skip
skip your go. Sorry. Zeph, you need to make a death saving throw. Fortunately, they
Well, no, that's fine. That's
It's
okay.
11, it's 11.
11. That's a success. Fortunately, they reset when you were healed last
Don't look at
time.
me, look at him this time.
Helping. I said it beforehand as well.
It's like my character.
You have an alt though, right?
I said I was helping. That's
one success.
That's the only
You have
important
an alt.
thing.
Fleeting look. It's your
Meanwhile-
finally your turn. Meanwhile, Dreamweaver, I believe. Little do you know that your nemesis has now been knocked unconscious. Sorry, rival.
Twice.
Sorry.
Twice in what, 2 or 3 rolls?
Although you would have
This
heard
is
some of this
entirely
noise
accidental.
behind you, so you would have heard a fracas behind you.
Assuming that everything is going fine behind me, I'm going to.
Like you hear the exchange of helping.
I love that he's face down as
Yeah,
well.
just literally face plants.
And not wanting to be enveloped by darkness again, I'm going to, if I can, cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
Give me a +2 bonus to AC, and I'm going to walk towards the hammer.
Go for it. Walk to the hammers. I think you've got 30 feet of movement, so I think you'll get there.
Yep.
Do you want to pick it up?
Yeah, just before I do, can I just hover my hand just over it and just concentrate?
Yeah. You can do that. What are you concentrating on?
The hammer.
Oh, okay.
Does anything happen?
Oh, I see.
No.
No.
Okay, I'll pick up the hammer.
You can spend the whole turn concentrating. Anyway, you pick up the hammer. It lifts in your hand. No problem at all with lifting it. But as you grab it, the humming and the glow coming from it just disappears. So the light goes out and the humming
Something
stops.
was gonna drop from the ceiling again.
And you see a brief flicker and crackle of this blue energy around it. It disappears. The flicker disappears.
Okay.
The hammer is very much still there in your hand. That's your turn. So with that, does an 18 hit you, fleeting look?
No.
Stop hitting yourself.
Ooh, good job you did that. Shield of Faith. So another one drops from the ceiling next to him.
I knew it!
And I will tell you with this item when you pick it up. So this, you can sell it as a magical item of some variety, and it will give you a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls currently. That's all you know for now with it. You know that straight away. You'd have to maybe attune to know more, spend some time with it. Okay, so that's you, and next is and the Darkmantles try to attack you. So next is the rat.
Is it under control still, or is it
Very good point. I'm going to double check this.
place the potion?
Yeah, that was a waste of money.
Yeah, I was going to use it to scout into the King's Room and have him sneak attack it.
That'd
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, that was an excellent plan.
Sorry.
I thought it was quite a powerful one with laser beams.
Freaking laser beams.
Yeah. Sneak
Look,
attack-
sharks with freaking
sneak attack-
laser beams on their
sneak
head.
attack laser on the Rat King. Doing great.
I think we're going to need a short rest after.
Yeah.
Or
a long rest.
I think we've
Well-
short rested.
Yeah.
We've
Or until you end your
Then
control,
over that
or choose to end your control.
we've short rested it and everyone's used.
Okay.
3 short rests, so I think everyone's used their hit dice.
Well,
Brucon's got one left.
Brucon, it's your turn.
Cool. Brucon sort of announces, I don't think it's quite dead yet. I say, yeah, he's literally just going to wang it against the wall as many times.
Get it off! Get it
Just
off!
flail it on the wall.
Okay.
Can we make that a pair of unarmed attacks?
Yeah, we can do that. And I'll say because you were running along the wall anyway, you've got a good guess of where the wall is. So
Yeah.
you're
Oh yeah,
fine to do that.
grind it against the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Okay, that will be lowest roll. There is 14. So.
Both hit.
Yeah.
Great. 2, lots of damage.
2d4
to
plus
this mofo.
6. That will be 10.
10.
10
With that,
damage.
you hear just a sickening, like,
Yeah.
splat, and hit it again, and it's like a pulp as the darkness lifts, and there's just this mashed up remains of this squid-like dark mantle against the wall. There's like brains all over the wall. There's also an unconscious dark elf. Sorry, dark elf? What am I saying? Half elf. I'm so sorry. It's not dark elf. Half elf on the floor, unconscious, in front of you. And with that, Malar, can you make a... Begging your pardon.
Malar, make a what have I done roll.
It's Mallar's.
Begging your pardon. Brucon, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Arcane. Well, I don't know. Let's find
So
out.
you smash the
I
thing
can
and
roll a wisdom.
you're already facing that direction.
13.
13 is a success, meaning nothing happens. But you basically the purple eye fixes towards you,
Right.
and you feel a presence coming over you. It's trying to take control of you, and you feel for a moment your muscles tense up and seize, and you call on the balance.
Yeah.
As a guardian of the light, you feel that light within you. You dissipate. You push away that falls from you.
I get my first taste of the sort of mental state that I'm working towards.
Exactly. You feel the oppressive darkness trying to take hold of your
suddenly
light
a
soul.
small chunk of awareness of what I'm working for. And Brucon announces, the purple eye on the mutant rat. It exerts a mental power. Be careful meeting its gaze.
Malar, it's your turn.
Hang on. I haven't moved yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go on.
Brucon's going to move to protect his kindred, his allies.
Well done, Brucon. That is a good course of action of
Good
helping
team
the
moves.
team.
I helped. I killed 3 nightshades in one go.
You killed. I say you killed. You
say
that's
3 nightshades. I was being very specific.
Darkmantle.
Darkmantle, nightshades. What am I saying? I don't know things. Flesh brawlies.
Flesh boys.
Can't say that.
Malar, it's your turn.
So is the black gone? Is the darkness gone?
Darkness is gone. You can see. Well, actually, no. Sorry, you can't see because the light spell would have been destroyed by the darkness. So you can't see still.
Can't see shit.
I've helping thunk. Is it dead yet? Not quite.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Actually,
It
one
was
thing
at
you can
its
see
feet.
is there was a glow. Oh no, you don't. You don't see that. That's gone now. No, you are still in
Drop
darkness.
to my knees. I feel around on the floor. I probably find. Oh no! Cure wounds, second level. So that's all I've got. You are going to get. Okay. 13 points of healing.
Yeah, it's a pain in the arse figuring out how much you get with the life domain thing as well. It's really difficult.
Plus.
Yeah, that was the thing I noticed last week.
It's a lot, but it's
like,
difficult.
bro.
Thank you.
So with that, you stop on the floor and you realise your error in the fact that he's proclaimed that it's been destroyed, and you find your friend unconscious on the floor.
Can I see 2 glowing eyes off to my left?
What's your passive perception, actually?
13.
Yeah, you do. Just about.
Stand back up and just sort of. I assume try and sort of protect whoever's behind me.
Just stand up and go, I'm here!
Just wave at it.
Not knowing that the dwarf is in fact in front of you, but anyway.
That's my turn over.
Yep, fine.
Okay.
Neris.
I grab I cast.
No.
No, I grab one of my candles and cast light on it and head it to this guy, to Malar. I just gotta grab his shoulder with this and just gotta shove it in his
I
hand.
mean, once the light spell goes off, I'm sort of actually reaching behind my trunk. Just. Oh, thank you.
There you go, that's your action, yeah.
Yeah.
Cast light on Malar, yeah.
And basically, kind of. I'm just gonna kind of keep peeking over his shoulder now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Shaking your fist in the air.
I'm gonna ready my bow. Again, sorry.
Yeah, you can get another arrow out and you're
Just
basically getting it ready
knock
for the
an
next
arrow,
shot.
yeah.
Yeah, fine. Next, top of the round, Seth. Suddenly, life comes back to your lungs.
I'm going to stand up. I'm going to be like,
loose.
that slime of darkness hit me as well. It's like...
You feel a throbbing on your forehead.
Yeah.
You've got a serious headache coming on.
Gonna look around, realise
Such a
that the slime is gone. Think, oh, God, they got it. But the rat, can I see that it doesn't look the same now? Does it? Can I tell that it's not under control?
You can tell that the eyes are now sort of where they were kind of wavy before when it was under your control, but now aggressive and taut.
Cool. I'm going to go up to it. Get there. And I'm going to attack it.
I'm going to hit him.
23.
Hits.
So,
AC of 14.
Is it weird that on the crowd everyone...
Floating in the air, this laser
No,
rat.
it's not weird at all. That's absolutely, yeah.
And that I come down, like, literally everybody.
Now imagine that you rolled 320. Was that gonna
22 damage. Oh right, describe to us how you dispatched this dog. I mean, laser. I mean this almost hideous rat thing.
As I push up off the ground, I'm going to see that it's got those eyes glaring at us again, so I'm going to charge and pierce straight underneath. It's floating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's floating.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and pierce straight into the neck as I charge forwards and pierce into it.
All right, and you do so, and the eyes just limp, fall down to either side of it, and just falls to the floor. The hovering effect no longer active on it. Splat! Splat it all on the floor. Gross.
Other dog down.
And that'll be that one. That's another toy down.
His beans on toast, so I'm waiting for the comments.
Why?
Okay, and yeah, you dispatch that. Fleeting look. It's your turn, so you grab the hammer.
Yes.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in the heavens above, the gods are having a great time.
Oh God!
Watching over this series of events unfolding, and they happen to be fans of dice games themselves. One of them, you don't know who they are, but it's a cutscene, so you don't know who any of these figures are, but they're appearing on clouds. You know, they've got that kind of ethereal quality to them. One of them pulls out a 20-sided dice and rolls it down on the table. What number is that?
3.
Number 3.
Tree.
I mean,
that is the worst dice to try and get on camera.
The problem is
I'm getting nothing.
I'm feeling guilty because I actually chipped in with some early fake dice suggestions. None of them were good.
I only gave nice.
Just out of
things.
good.
Does that help?
That there was just
Just out of curiosity.
Not really.
No,
I'm trying to
no.
see on screen
But it
now.
was
No,
nice.
That is the first ever fate dice, which
And
the
how
effects
fucked?
of which you will know in due course. I will let you know when it's applicable. It's not right now, but the gods are like
We will level up.
the one who rolled the dice
We will
goes,
level up.
and the ones around start laughing at him, at his misfortune. And we come back to the action with fleeting look. You've just picked up Faer's storm in your grasp.
And he still has a thingy.
And you have a dark mantle on the floor next to you. What would you like to do?
I'd like to hit it with the new hammer thing, but how do I know what it does?
I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Or hitting something with it.
So
See what happens.
for the purposes of this, because this is your
Bad
first,
news. This hammer causes you to implode.
because this is the first time you're using this item, and I'm going to think that this is characterful for this to happen. You can grab this magical hammer. You look at it, you can feel the magical energy, and you go to slam it on top of this dark mantle, but you miss. You hit the floor, and thunder ripples out like shockwaves come out from this thing.
What did you give him?
The dark mantle needs to make a save. I think it's a dex. Hang on, let me double check which the save it is.
Lightning bolt.
Thunder wave. Is it Constitution or?
Constitution for thunder wave.
I'm pretty sure it's Constitution. We'll go with that. So the dark mantle had to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15 with this item. So it fails with 10. So you do. So it's with the thunder wave. I think it's 2d6 points of. Hang on.
2d8 thunder damage.
I don't know why I didn't write it down on here. 2d8. Thank you. You do 2d8 points of thunder damage. So you can roll 2d8.
it's okay.
I just thought, I'll have the book with me. I'll know what Thunder Wave, what the minutiae of it.
4.
6.
So you do 6 points of thunder damage to it, and the rest of you hear this boom come from the other end of the cavern.
And it's also pushed 10 feet away.
Because it failed, you're right. So it gets pushed up against the wall,
Into the wall, yeah.
meaning it takes another d4 of damage. It takes another point of damage as it hits the wall. Splat. So it takes 7 points of damage so far against the wall. Now you know one of the things it
That
does.
was completely by accident.
And it also makes a loud fucking noise for 300 feet. So I don't know if there's...
Yes, it does. So the rest of you hear that.
Second I hear that, I'm like, we left the
And there it turns around again.
I will turn around and he's just stood there, like, kind of hench, and there's lightning coming out of the hammer. He's just like,
This is when you would want a cape billowing. He turns around, hammer held high, cape billowing behind him.
There it turns around with her
It
arrow.
is
bow
that
and arrow.
kind of Thor, finding the hammer moment.
roll for damage.
But this is no god of thunder.
3 plus 1, 7.
Just thinking about it.
This is no god. Or anyway.
Yes, I'll do it.
Drake Lazarus says, looks 20 years younger for the rest of your life. Would be the fate dice.
Sell it to a noble in a big city as a rejuvenating face mask with the flumbrellas.
Oh, the flumbrellas, right?
Yeah.
Yes, got you. Okay, so yes, you now have Faer's Storm in your grasp. You've done that attack. That's your turn. So it's now its turn. It's going to retaliate. It's only got 10. It's only got 10 feet of movement. So is it 10 feet away?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So it can get to him.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna trying to jump on you. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
So with that you're like, ha ha! Slams into your face.
Surprise, motherfucker!
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this dark mantle envelops and crushes into your skull. Now blinded. and suffocated.
And
That was a really
Are
cool
you
noise.
still
once
standing?
again, once again, the zone of...
No, not just yet.
No, okay.
You alive?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't this. No, it doesn't yet. Seems like there might be something wrong here. I can't do that. Anyway, next is you just dispatched the laser rat, so it is Brucon.
Okay, we've just dispatched the laser rat, and then Brucon hears the thunder, he turns around, and then he sees, presumably, a strange purple shape, a strange yet familiar purple shape, enveloping the face of his...
There's a blend of turquoise and purple
Yeah.
going on
And what are we
down
looking at
there.
here? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Seth
8,
doesn't know.
9.
He's already done that twice.
Oh, in fact, it's actually in darkness down there, so you can just see shades of. But you can see that there's a humanoid figure that you guess is your friend with something on its face.
How I've got enough. I've had enough close combat experience with these creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I feel to be able to determine that I'm going to have to ask you to know it.
Yep.
How sturdy? Is it very like bat wings? Is it like carapace? What like the material
similar
of
to a bat.
Similar to bat wing, okay. But tougher or what?
Slightly tougher. It's slightly more like an octopus.
Yeah,
and
okay,
that kind of sack.
And you were
fleshy
saying,
feel.
I remember you saying before that there's a sort of, there's a bit of a
protrusion on the head.
A protrusion
Yep.
on the head.
Fleshy teeth.
You may not.
I was going to say a fleshy apex summit, fleshy summit, a fleshy mound, and
I'm gonna say that until we know that these things are mammals, and I strongly suspect they aren't, let's avoid the use of the words like teeth.
We've established today that if the party knocks you down once, they have to knock you down a second time, so just punch him.
Yeah. Can't punch him. Not fast enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Nearly enough, but not quite. And then Brucon's on the way in. Brucon's gonna produce a dart and fling it at the.
So as you go.
Yeah,
go for
at
it.
the protuberance. So this will be exactly the same roll as 15.
15 hits.
Yep.
Roll for damage. I'm so sorry. It's a dart, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does the dart do 1 or is it just all D4?
D4.
D4.
Well, I don't know what it does, but when a monk
Because you're a
uses
monk.
it,
Yes, that's right.
so that's 6 damage.
6 damage. Great. So in that moment, as you're running down the cavern, and that moment you kind of stop very briefly to throw the dart. You see a dark shape drop from the ceiling.
Yep.
Does a 12 misses.
No.
So a
12
dark mantle, a fleshy dark mantle lands next to you. We're going to take a very short break, but we shall be back momentarily. Okay, we are back and we are joined, excitingly, by Marshall. Yay!
Get your shit in gear, boy.
Okay, so we will catch up with Leoberin in due course. So you've got a little while to unpack.
All I do is hit other party members.
For the moment, though, who just went? That's right. Brucon just went and a thing dropped down.
Yeah.
Yep. Great. Okay. So, which means next is Mallard. Mallard, it's your turn.
Oh, Mr. Fleeting!
Do deform rabbit. It's my favourite.
3, 4, 5, 6. I would like to whack this thing with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Yep, go for it.
15.
15 hits, roll for damage.
That's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh dear.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. Nice.
Fresh one.
This time when you hit it with a quarterstaff, you feel a fleshiness and you hear a squelch as you hit it. It's a lot different to the last one you hit.
Well, he can see it too.
And a lot lower to the ground too. Yeah, but this one you actually see. So you're like, okay, that's what it sounds like.
That's what it feels like.
And you put,
Helping!
what's Mallard's intelligence?
It's 12, so it's +1.
Yeah. So you put 2 and 2 together and go, I've done a bad.
I didn't hit the thing I hit before. It wasn't one of these.
This thing's still sort of pulsating.
It's still, and it's there on the floor. It is a quivering mound on the floor, but it's still alive. Nearest.
Look out, they hit hard.
A prime example of John Carpenter effects work.
Yeah, they're very much.
So I can actually come around. I have just enough movement. Let's get to about here.
Uh-huh.
So she goes like, there's stuff happening there. Now that thing's down. Just and grabs her quarterstaff.
Yep.
Two-handed. And
Whacks it.
because she sees.
Make an
other
attack.
people
Yeah,
like-
It's just it's Shaun of the Dead style, just whacking into this thing on
I
the floor.
hate these things.
Yeah.
You get like a style combo if you get a kill with 4 different weapons or something. Longbow, spells, quarterstaff.
Stuff +2, but that's attack bonus. So but that's strength or dexterity?
Strength.
Strength.
Strength. So.
No, that's all you need.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
So it's +2.
so 16.
16.
16 hits. Roll for damage.
Well, 14 would have hit anyway.
Yeah, roll for
Yeah.
damage.
That's
So D8 with the
D8.
two-handed quarterstaff.
Oh, two-handed is a D8, yes.
Go on, hit him. Go on, hit him.
So that's
5.
6. 6 because I have plus.
6
plus
damage.
six.
Nice.
What from?
Drake Lazarus has gone full
Efficient.
Shaun of the Dead. He's
Doesn't work. Doesn't apply
It
to
says-
damage.
It doesn't
It
apply
does
to
say it,
damage unless
but
it's
So
a
it says
magical
here
weapon.
+1.
A quarterstaff's versatile.
Oh, but
it.
no.
Quarterstaff's versatile, so that's it.
Okay.
That's
should
what we
be-
figured out at the very
So
beginning.
it's the
But
what you
that's-
rolled +1
Yeah.
because of your dexterity or because of your
Yes.
strength.
Strength is
her
strength
strength-
bonus is 0.
I think that's a thing on the sheet, so it's just whatever you roll. 6.
Okay.
5. I rolled 5. Yeah. Okay.
It's
fine.
not a magical staff.
Do this.
As we know.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you do some damage to it. It's still up though.
Stop me now.
It is very much "Don't Stop Me Now." It's full Shaun of the Dead as they're just whacking into this thing on the floor.
How much is that you were 8?
It's
right?
still up though. Seth, top of the round, it's your go.
Go. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna sigh, and then lots more. I'm gonna turn around. Go ahead and look at the ceiling, please.
Yeah, look at the
Go ahead and
ceiling.
look at the ceiling.
Yeah, you can
Can
look at the
Can I
ceiling.
see any more of them?
What you see on the ceiling
So near.
is a ton of stalactites.
Really?
There's nothing you can't distinguish these things from the stalactites.
Cool.
But you sense there's probably a lot of them up here because you're seeing hundreds of stalactites.
30 bonus action. 25, 45, 50. How long's Fleeting had that on his face for now?
Very long.
No, because you can't
Couple of
breathe-
rounds.
You can't breathe with it.
What a round?
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab it.
So not more than 15 seconds.
I'm
Yeah.
going to try and skewer it with my rapier.
Yeah, so here.
What's going to happen on that
yeah.
with fleshy membranes?
I'm gonna try and stab not on
Insane in the
his
membrane.
face and try and stab the
Fleshy teeth.
No! We've discussed
It'll be a
this.
couple of rounds, but anyway.
I'm gonna try and stab the slime.
You're going to try and stab the slime, not pull it off his face. You're going to stab it. Okay, fine. Yeah, make an
Flesh
attack roll.
umbrella.
What will happen is this will up
Vanilla
it will up the AC for it because this is quite a precise hit, so you don't hit him.
Darkmantle.
They're not slimes, they're slimy.
Question.
Yeah.
In the previous session, Brucon
You got it.
threw several more
18.
darts, and we
18 hits, roll for damage.
never got around to determining whether or not he recovered.
Well,
it.
that's
I assumed
happening. Can I
not.
just show
I would
Neris's
say
new
same
face?
as with ranged weapons like bows that you get half your ammunition back at the end of
Can you
combat.
see Neris's new face? He's far too happy to be hitting it.
12
People
damage.
going to
I thought it was more snarky, but
12 damage.
She looks like manic.
12 damage to the one on his head. Great. Okay, with that you dispatch it, skewer its membrane on the top of its head, and it falls lifelessly
Another one.
off, revealing fleeting look. What expression are you going for when it falls off your face?
I've never really got the feeling that Fleeting looks a having expressions kind of guy.
This is why I'm asking, because you never know.
Inscrutable.
Grateful.
A grateful look.
They're gonna do like big flittering eyes.
Fleeting look, it's now your turn. And...
You saved me.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to use a bonus action at all?
You got bonus action to get there.
Okay. Right. Fleeting look, it's your turn. What would you like to do? There's one on the ground.
Everything's fine now.
There's one stand.
There's one on the ground which your comrades are repeatedly pummeling with quarterstaffs.
I'm gonna go hit it with definitely not Mjolnir.
You can hit it with your magical warhammer. All right, roll. So this is an attack roll. It's a +1 warhammer. So add add another 1 to your roll.
Yeah.
6.
Plus your strength modifier.
No, you
I
don't.
get that
You're
as well.
proficient.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 9 then.
9 unfortunately misses.
Yeah, probably might.
And you hit the ground. Like, but nothing happens this time.
Yes, it's no.
It's just clank, and that's it.
Dead dog.
Kind of.
It was a
It's a dog-sized rat.
It was what's called a laser rat. It was a rat with a couple of
dog-sized
sized
laser
hooks coming out of it.
Okay.
Bit gross. But it's dead now. I can have it back.
It is a dog-sized laser rat.
You didn't see that.
Shot an arrow
Looks
in his
like
face.
a dead dog, and
It
I
does,
just
yeah.
wanted to make sure that chat saw that.
Oh yeah, Drake Lazarus.
it's off.
He's having a lovely
We've done
time.
that.
Thoroughly aware. It's dog murder o'clock.
Okay, it's now the mantles go. It's now surrounded by you guys, but
Does the man feel like, is it too late to negotiate?
unfortunately, it's hard to distinguish any sort of facial expressions because it doesn't really have a face. But before it acts, the rest of you see things start falling from the ceiling.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
hell.
Yeah, we just need to get out of here.
So first of all, Seth does a 13 hit.
No.
No. Okay, so one drops next to you. Are we out?
I've got one.
Can we just
You got one there.
We've got
Yeah,
a
we
spare.
just need to.
Fleeting look
Oh, please.
does a 20 hit. Okay, another one lands on your head. Oh dear.
Whoever
Neris.
designed these is a real dickhead. by
Neris,
the way.
natural 20.
Oh, of course it
One
is.
lands on your head.
Oh, you're gonna
Your
have to
Darkmantles, yeah.
move the locks.
Not my hair. Not my hair.
Just get my hair dead.
I got my hair in.
Mahar. Oh dear.
I've heard this.
You're narrating.
I know, I see that.
Malar
I feel like I know what killed that
does
one now.
a 14.
So, here's just say it.
No,
I'm gonna
one
start
lands by you
everywhere.
and Brucon. I'm pretty sure
Did it
a
attack
14 is
everyone?
going to miss.
Correct.
There we go. So another one lands next to you. But
Gonna need another.
oh well, we're out. So I'll say that the one on the floor then tries to attack you and
Fleeting-
misses.
Here you go.
And misses. So the ones that hit. So that's you two. Is a crit on Neris. So let's do that
Six of them
first.
now.
Can we not use
She's
this?
still gonna be down.
Oh, yeah.
No, can we use that?
Neris,
Cousin it.
Neris, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage
No, it's
as one
Fizz
falls
gig.
down and wraps onto your face. Fleeting, you
Yeah.
take.
It's Fizz Gig from Dark Crystal.
Fleeting, you take 4
Why
points
is
of
there
bludgeoning
just
damage.
Because
Oh, you're
the
down,
dark
yeah.
mantle that's landed on Neris's head.
You're down.
It's
and
ruining my
so
hair.
you're unconscious and suffocating
And I'm
with a dark mantle around your face.
This is probably
We need to get out.
Okay, that's all of them. But further down the corridor, Leobrin.
Yeah?
Leobrin, can you make a survival check for me, please?
Fails goes no longer. He's now lost.
Where's my
Answer came there, probably not.
That is a 6, a flat 6. Good old 6.
So you wake up. A red dragonborn looks you in the eyes and says, "Your friend is neutral, my friend. I must be off."
What?
And you feel rejuvenated. You don't know who this guy is, but it's an aged, very tall, very strong-looking red dragonborn with a sort of what looks like used to be a white silken shirt, and he leaves. He heads up. He heads out of the beer cellar doors and out.
I'm
You're
gonna-
currently in the cellar.
Put that down for questions to ask other people later. He pointed cellarwards.
So you're in the cellar, and
Okay.
he's got your
He
friend
pointed-
knew you, and he pointed towards the
Okay.
entrance to the cavern, where you came from.
Questions for later.
Cool beans. I go into the cavern.
How many?
Okay. So you start You get into the main crossroads. You start listening out, trying to hear your friends. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, different dice. We better dice. It's not gonna be.
You need to stop using that thing. It's not working in your favor.
No, it's a 5.
5. Okay, so with the echoing quality of this cavern, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where your friends are, and you're having to make educated guesses. You start stumbling where you think is the correct corridor. Next,
Dragonborn said this way!
more on this later. Brucon, it's your turn.
Right, okay. Brucon, hang on, the magical darkness thing hasn't happened, or has?
It hasn't happened.
Hasn't happened. Brucon, interestingly, I can see, I appreciate some of you cannot. I suggest we leave. Malar? Yeah, quite, yeah. Malar, help me drag them. So Brucon's gonna.
You take Miss Neris and I'll take the one in armor.
Yeah, that works. What's your strength bonus?
Mine.
Yeah.
+2.
Horribly OOC. Okay, that. Yep, cool. Oh no, but you count as a bigger size category, so that does still make sense. Yeah. Okay, so Brucon's going to maneuver his way. No, hang on. Oh, it's time. It's time. I can make this happen.
It's monk time.
It's
monk o'clock.
Yeah.
About to get hammered.
What's the time? It's time to get hammered.
He's got to get the
Dragon
character
Master?
sheets out.
Get your monk on. Get your monk on.
Key points are being used here.
Suddenly, everything goes quiet, and there's a sound of a gong from the distance.
Hang
And
on.
you just hear.
I have a sound file for this.
Boom. Don't have it.
I needed more warning. I needed more warning. I had a
You
different
teed that
audio
up
cue
so
ready to go there.
I know.
Anyway, and then you just hear a.
Yes! This is the song we thought it was gonna be.
In the background, and then Brucon Rochambeau's which one are we going with?
All of them finished.
That's a good point. I can do them. I can split them. Okay.
Wasn't
Yeah.
actually expecting that.
Flurry of blows. So we'll have. See, I'm favouring.
That one's tenderized.
Yeah, so I won't go with that one. So we'll go with the one that's represented by a helmet. And
Yep.
Brucon is going to hit it with a flurry of blows. Oh, hang on. No, he's not going to do that. Sorry. Just remembered this isn't going to work because I need to grab a thing.
You need to
And
grab
that's going to be
you gotta grab it.
It's a choice between acting and not. Yeah, Brucon's just going to grab Neris.
So was there no
Neris is upright, right?
Yeah.
So
There was no gong.
Was there no gong?
there was no gong. Yeah, undo the gong. Sorry.
Okay, I've
apologies.
undone the
You're gonna have to ret gong.
Red gong. Sorry.
Are we getting theme
that's
music
good.
for each of us now?
Well, I quite like the idea of Brucon specifically having like audio cue, like there's someone on the sound desk specifically for Brucon.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to get a gong at some point for you.
I was just hoping it was more like wrestling. So.
Can I pick a
Well,
fire music?
I did have an audio cue.
Fire
I do have an audio
Fire
cue ready
sound
for the
effects.
opera.
We'll discuss this outside of stream.
Yeah, we'll discuss it for another time.
Fire sound effects.
Brucon's legit just gonna grab Neris by the arm and go, "Come with me," and attempt to. And if he's able, like, I mean, this may not really be viable, but he's gonna attempt to use his action as opposed to his move to deflect or confer some kind of defensive benefit on Neris' behalf as he pulls her up the corridor.
Okay, so you can. She's going to be willing, so you can just take her hand and lead her, which will just slow your movement a bit because she's blinded, so she'll be stumbling, so half your movement,
Right.
dragging her.
Yeah.
But you can use your action basically to ready an action that you will intercede
Yeah.
if something attacks her.
Love it.
Apart
Yeah.
from the thing on her head,
We'll
you
go
can't
with
get
that.
between
Okay,
her.
so half the movement would take me to. That'll be 1, 2, 3 to there. And that then triggers some attacks of opportunity, I'm guessing. Or do they have special combat rules?
No, you're right. It does.
Yeah.
It's with 2 opportunity attacks on. Oh,
3.
3 opportunity attacks on.
But I would have thought one of them. I would have thought
well,
that
I'm
one
gonna
would be on me,
Yeah.
most likely.
Yeah. Opportunity attacks will be on you, both of them, in fact. It's only going to be 2, but they're
Cool,
both on
okay.
you. One definitely misses, and there's a 17 hit?
Yeah, 17 hit.
17 does hit, so so you need to move back a little bit, because one's going to wrap onto your face as well. Yay, Darkmantles! This is not going well, and you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
So proud.
That's the bigger problem. I can live with the other thing. It's
I can live with not breathing
You know
or
how much I
seeing.
love a TPK.
Ironically, you might be the only person to survive this.
He starts again with just a new team.
All of your hope now lies with
8 HP.
8 HP. Okay.
No!
Anyway, so yeah, you're currently blinded and suffocating, as is the elf you're trying to lead to safety. Okay, that's your turn. So Mela, you can see, and you have the light spell on you, so you can see properly.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move to here. I'm going to want to swing. No. Yeah, I'm going to swing with my quarterstaff down onto this loose one.
Yep.
Ah!
Was that a natural one? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I miss.
Yeah.
And does that trigger something else? Don't pull that face.
When you go to smash down onto this thing, you hit with such force using your Loxodon's strength. The quarterstaff snaps into a much shorter staff. It's now an
like
8th staff.
it's like a 1/16th staff.
Thank you.
I would
This now does only 1d4 damage,
Bruh.
Is it
and you can't
versatile
use it. You
anymore?
can't use it two-handed now either. It's too short.
I'm
It's
giving
the
him ideas.
consequences of a one.
It's a club.
Natural one. It's a club. It's essentially a club. Yes, you're right. It's a club. The quarterstaff is now a club. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to hold position there. That's all I've really got. Turn.
On the bright side, if you survive, your skin is going to look amazing. This is Drake Lazarus, the Darkmantle joke from earlier.
Yeah, he's fully committing to
I don't know
the.
what to do.
Okay,
Thing
so
off your
yeah,
head.
Mal, are you using any bonus actions?
I got nothing.
Are you
No.
moving at all?
I'm going to stay put there. I'm ultimately trying to go for the fleeting look, but I don't want to give this douchebag a.
Oh, that one's had an opportunity attack against Brucon.
Well, I can't. I'll move up to.
Yeah,
I'll be fleeting adjacent.
fleeting adjacent. That sounds good. We're all a bit fleeting adjacent. Neris, your turn.
I mean, I'm gonna try to get the thing on my face off my face.
Make a strength check.
9.
9.
4.
I like how he thinks.
Lying.
Plus 4.
Can it be plus 4?
You take 2 points of psychic damage. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you wrench at it and you can't get it off your head. If you want, you have still got movement. You're just blinded, so you can panically run, but you don't know where you're going to end up.
I mean, I'm facing that way, so yeah, I'm gonna run forward.
Yeah, Brucon's given
stumble
her
forward.
Brucon's given her an
Stumble
indication of what direction
Yeah.
probably
So
to go.
make an intelligence check for me, just to see if you can keep on course.
Solid.
That's unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Non-natural.
A non-natural 20, yeah, you can head straight down the corridor your full movement.
It's a haunted
a
parody
panicky,
of a 20.
a panicky run. Ah! You've actually let go of Brucon's hand.
I'm
in
gonna
doing
go.
this,
I'm
though.
not gonna go too far. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna stumble forward.
So you're
because I don't
letting
wanna,
go of Brucon,
Yeah.
and you're running off on your own, but not very far.
A
No.
lot of this
Okay.
going on.
I'm kind of going like but I'm moving in a safe.
Making noises
Yeah.
so they know where you are.
I'm going retching at this thing that's not coming off my face.
This is not good.
I'm
for
just
you.
going to use this moment to remind everybody that he did roll a fate dice earlier, and we still don't know what it did.
Yep.
Unlimited enemies.
If only.
Infinite
Yeah.
bullshit.
I think you would have seen that if that
A
happened.
spawn
Like,
point in
there
the
one
zoo.
where
Yes,
Dark
top of your
Mantles
becomes a
order.
god of dogs or something.
Can
Yeah.
I look up to the ceiling to
Yes.
Yes.
see where
I'm
the-
sure that's exactly what's up.
to see where there are no stalactites? To see where they've hopefully already fallen from.
I'll say as a free action you can make a perception check, yeah.
10. I'm looking for like where they've already fallen from to see if I can move without one.
With your dark vision, aside from the one that's immediately dropped next to you, it's very hard to disseminate exactly where they dropped from because of the sheer volume of stalactites above your head. So, if you're looking for a clear path, you can't see one. Drake Lazarus also says if Marta had any chutzpah at all, she'd set. Sorry, if Neris had any chutzpah at all, she'd set her own head on fire. Just saying.
She's still like
just
kind
saying.
of reeling from barbecuing two of her teammates.
I'm going to turn around.
Yep.
Do the
I'm
Home
gonna
Alone.
sigh
And cast burning hands.
one of my party
I was
surrounded by two of them and a fleeting, two running away with their heads engulfed and fleeting down. So I'm going to use bonus action to disengage.
Honourable rogue. Yes.
10. I can't see the other side of this platform. Is there another square to get away from?
I think there's another square you can get into.
So if I can get to that, then he'll be 15 feet away, so he can't get to me. Ish, maybe. But,
Remember?
cool. I'm going to try and stab down into the one that's on Fleeting's head. He's unconscious, not moving, so hopefully it's not.
So did you want to stab in it, or did you want to just pull it off his head?
If I put it off, it's still alive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And can grapple me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stab it.
Okay. Just checking. So it helps the DC, the AC.
With Malar on the other side, do I get advantage?
You don't get advantage. Oh yes, flanking advantage. Yes, you do. Yes.
You would do.
Good. Well spotted.
Whoa! Natural 20.
Hey! Double that sneak attack damage.
Cure it.
Sneak attack.
So 6, 11. 23.
23.
Yeah,
Okay, that
fine.
it actually has 22 hit points. So you destroy the. You just skewer it like a wild boar.
I already used the free action.
And with the finesse of using your rapier as you do, you skewer it and then flick it just off of, quite dramatically, although only Malar's there to see it, off of Fleeting's face. You can see the tiefling, the turquoise tiefling, is unconscious and his breathing is quite laboured, but he's suddenly breath has come back to his lungs.
Since I already used my free action to get taking the knife out of your pocket is a free action like unsheathing the sword, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I've already used mine to.
What was it you wanted to do?
I basically just want to take my health potion out of my pocket.
You'll have to get it out and use it next turn.
Go.
But that'll be part of the action, so it's not a free action to get it out.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Fleeting, looks your turn. You've got to make a death save. That's a success. That's a
16.
16. There we go. Yeah.
Not death save.
Death
I wondered what new thing was assaulting him.
Death saving throw. Yes. Okay. Right. It's all the mantles. Go. It's the Knight of the Mantles. So there's that one on the floor. It's going to scuttle over to. Hang on.
Which one?
Front to back.
The one on the plinth. Yeah, that one on the platform.
Yep.
It's gonna go. These interestingly have a fly speed.
It's a fly speed.
Yeah, interesting.
Am I reading
So
correctly
it's
that
going
that's
to
referring
jump.
to
It's essentially
coming
going to try and
from
jump
there
at you,
to
hearing you run off, echoing down things. It's going to try and jump at you.
Because of the fly speed.
I know they're not natural creatures.
Just
hang on.
go for
Oh,
it.
that's the other way.
It's going to jump up and try and leap onto
this
you.
is gonna be-
So
We should be okay.
Yeah.
Right, does a 13 hit?
Misses.
No, so it misses and it hits the wall behind you.
Oh, thank God.
It's still there, but it's within melee range of you, but it hasn't touched you. Malar, there's one on
Just go.
you. Okay, so does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so you bat it away with your club. That was a quarterstaff.
The stick.
Yeah, just the shards. The other one.
Still, it's a good thing you weren't attached
Yeah.
to it and it didn't have any particular broader significance to your character, representing his sort of past experiences and growth as a person, any of that stuff. It's just a piece of wood, yeah?
Yeah, if it was Neris' quarterstaff, we might have had more problems. The other one's going to scuttle towards you. Does a 16 hit?
No, sure.
No, again, you're like batting away these dark mantles are coming for you. One more drops from the ceiling towards you.
Oh, come on.
Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, one wraps onto your face, and you take 5 points of bludgeon
We need to
damage.
stop fighting this and just go.
We're trying, but he's dying.
Yeah.
Reading this encounter bit, yeah.
I'm prepared to run away. Oh wait, I'm prepared to be defeated. I'm okay.
And then there's the ones that
You
are
guys
on the
want me
two
to
of you,
cast
so
another
you're getting suffocated currently.
Scorching Ray?
They're going to attack you again. They
Scorching
get
Ray?
advantage on attacking you. So Brucon, that's a natural 20. And
Yeah.
Neris, a natural 19. So Brucon, you take 11 points.
Oh!
He's still up. He's still
Still
up.
up.
Oh,
One hit point remaining.
oh dear. And Neris, it wasn't a critical hit for you, so you only take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
No, really. We're both on one.
Oh!
Teamwork.
Oh, you couldn't write this.
Are you
really
gonna?
need you
Are you
to
actually
turn
gonna
up
murder all of us in this
see
one
my
session?
spell.
It's not him, it's the Darkmantles.
Oh,
I was
right.
going to
right,
say
okay.
the Darkmantles. I mean, and it's
Just
more.
take your
My
hands.
bad.
Your actions could determine whether you live or die. I mean, sorry, will determine if you
These
live
will
or die.
determine whether we live or die.
Oh,
at this
yeah.
point.
The dice as well, but mostly strategy and dice rolls. Anyway, that's all of the Darkmantles you'll be pleased to hear. Great. So, back to Leobrin. Currently a little bit lost in the game.
You can hear screaming.
Really hope.
Yeah, make this.
Marco!
It is at this point you hear the shockwaves from
Oh yeah, the thunder, yeah.
reverberating through the corridor, and instinctively you know where this has come from. It's almost because it hits you just like a wall of force, but not a wall of force. That's a totally different spell.
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say.
yes,
Like a wall of force.
oh, like a wall of sheer sound wave hits you, and you recognise it's coming down the tunnel to your left. So using your movements, you can get to the opposite side of the street, putting you on the edge of the map.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm on a map.
Here comes the cavalry.
Here comes my hero.
Yeah, there
Wow,
goes
wow,
my
wow.
hero.
There.
Yeah.
I was gonna actually no, other side of the stream. There you are. That's where you are.
Can I
So,
see?
so that was your movement.
It's
So
not
you
a
can,
deep stream.
you can see. All you can see currently is there is a dim light coming from further down the corridor, which is coming off of Mallard,
Okay, so I
which you
can't
don't
see
know.
anyone.
You've got dark vision, but unfortunately, you can hear the and lots of hurried movement. But unfortunately, Neris is just out of your sight line.
A run to the danger.
So you're gonna use your action to dash.
Yep.
Great.
10, 15,
Pause the music.
20, 25, 30. You can see Neris now.
Yep.
Enters,
are you
enters
dashing
the
or-
corridor.
That is my dash.
Oh, that was your dash.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll get it.
I thought it came in instantly to be.
In a raft. A green fucking raft.
Leobrin Cena enters the building.
What you mean that they're like asking, "Who are you?" And he goes,
Leobrin! And his name is Leobrin!
I have no badge.
It's my
so
music.
I've done all my things.
"Okay, that's your turn." But you are in the thick of it,
Shit!
almost.
No,
Where
that's
is
over
your-
here.
Sorry, you're on the periphery of it.
Where
Sorry.
is your face?
Brucon, it's your turn.
Yep.
You're currently blinded and
Yep.
being suffocated.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to get this fucking thing off my head.
Make a strength check.
Yeah.
Get that boy
And do you
off.
know what? Desperate times call for using your inspiration.
Yeah.
Ooh. Remember, you can
Watch
also
me-
use your
watch-
inspiration for death saves.
Watch me double that one. No, okay. So that's 23 on that strength check.
23 is enough. You
Yeah.
pulled that
Yeah.
off of your face.
Bitch off
So
me.
strong that you've like magically pulled them off everyone's heads.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
You rend it as you pull it off your head. No, carry on.
So, what do I do as I pull it off my head?
So I would say that was an action, but because you're a monk, you could. I would say that would count as
That
an
action
attack
counts as an attack that I could
So you
append
then- Exactly, you could bonus action to use your offhand or whatever.
It's almost like
I can't flurry blows because you specifically states you have to do it when you make an attack.
okay.
So that exception is not blanket enough for me to bullshit my way out of it. So yeah, bonus attack on this fucking thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean I don't. Yeah, it's Okay, so that's 18.
18 hits, yep.
Unarmed attack.
Go on, get him.
6 damage.
6 damage. Right.
We
It's
know
looking
it's-
pretty ropey, this one, but it's still on you.
Yeah.
Well, not on you, it's in your hand unless
Yeah.
you drop it.
Yeah, and then I've still got my movement, yes?
Yep.
I used to
You've still got full moves.
So,
35 feet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, hello, the Oberyn. Help! I'm strangling. So they go, if you could help me with this, that would be great.
I think we need a new camera angle. Can you bring the camera around here?
Yeah.
You're
Put
flapping
it
some
over the shoulder of the ogre.
black leathery thing at me.
Yeah, flesh brolly is the term we've come up with.
Yeah, flesh brolly.
Flesh probably.
Lumbrella.
Just feel it a little in my mouth.
Umbrella.
Does that work?
Oh, that's lovely. It's lovely. Let's. Okay, next is Bramala.
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 This stupid bit of stick.
You throw the club away.
That's your action.
Okay.
No, I can I do that as a free action? Just don't want that
Yeah, you
anymore.
can do it as a free action.
I would like to lift up Fleeting Look onto a shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. You can do that.
Um,
He's unconscious. He's not going to
So-
resist. 'Cause it counts as an object.
yeah. Can I take his hand? Or is that...
What do you want to do with his hand?
I want to just take his hand and sort of say, come with me, and then move.
I will say yes, you can. As with Brucon, it's going to be half movement because he's stumbling. He's growing facial hair underneath the tentacles. So yeah, you've got. This is just full action hero style. You've got one guy unconscious over your shoulder. You're holding another by the hand and leading him out. Yes.
1, 2...
He'll be over the shoulder with your shield.
Yeah. So, attack of opportunity.
Yep. 19 on the dice.
That's a hit.
It's a
They've
hit.
been rolling like.
Yeah.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage
Literally.
and
You
it
too.
wraps round your face.
Well, that's the other one. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Oh, no,
Put that one on because the other one won't fit.
And so I'm leading you with me, and I'm going to take a third stumbling step there to there
Okay.
with you, and Fleeting is over my shoulder. So.
Oh, on my turn, cause I knew where he was, I was gonna go down to the ground, like, look for his face and just shove a healing potion in.
Well,
So
don't do that now,
does
'cause you'll heal
other
the
one
flesh
also get
ball.
an attack of opportunity on me because I moved out of its combat phase.
Oh, you took another one.
Yeah.
It will, yeah, because you're all covered, so it will try and attack you. Yeah. 14 misses, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
The little camera tripod's really doing good.
Turn. I've got nothing else left. I'm all out. I'm done.
Tapped.
Martin.
That's that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll strength check first.
Yeah. Strength check. To
Yeah, strength it to get it off your head, so you can breathe
you have
again.
inspiration. But in fairness,
10.
10 is not enough, unfortunately. So
Yeah,
again,
so
you're
I want to
Can't get off
stumble
your head.
forward again.
okay,
No.
making another intelligence check.
You denied my +4 last time. How about a +3?
I mean,
Yeah,
on
I
what
got
grounds?
a 3.
3.
No,
Okay.
fair.
Oh, sorry. I've got a 5.
5. Okay, roll the random directional dice.
Dude. Oh, this is right.
Hey, you're going straight down there, so you can use your full movement in that direction only.
Leo Oberyn comes to Brucon.
In fact, hang on. Were you going to move your full action if you knew where you were going? Full movement, sorry. You're going to move?
No,
How far were you going to move?
just to like kind of stumble into these guys.
Okay, so that far is about 15 feet. So you actually move it straight towards me, which means that you run into the wall.
no.
The Darkmantle takes 4 points of bludgeoning
Oh, the
damage
Dark-
and
Hey!
whack into the wall.
Head first.
You take half that damage, you take 2 points of damage.
Oh,
I'm down.
she's down.
Oh my god!
I was
on
on
1
1
HP.
point.
Oh no! I forgot! Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so the Darkmantle, you did some damage to it and you knocked yourself out. Running into a wall.
So,
I shouldn't laugh.
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean,
it's
speaking of this
quite
from
tragic.
the Oberyn standpoint, he's just come around the corner with a, oh, right, and then she's just gone into the wall behind him.
Jeez. One of those things.
this
really
is clearly the
slapstick.
wrong soundtrack. The soundtrack was.
This should be the Benny Hill theme right now. Yeah, okay, so anyway, sorry, this is serious. Let me just. compose myself. Okay, right. Top of the round, Seth. It's your turn.
Cool. So you've got me by one hand.
I like a hand on the arm,
and Fleeting's on the other one.
Yep.
Is his head behind you, or is his head at the front?
We are arse to trunk over here.
Arse
so,
trunk.
yeah.
Cool. So I know the other one's. I know Malar's got my hand.
Yep.
Can I, with free action, feel foot on his back? Am I able to feel Fleeting's head?
Okay, so this will be a perception check. Ironically, because you're feeling for it. So yeah, it's using your senses.
Great.
Could be or investigation. Your choice.
What was it? Perception or investigation?
Yeah, your choice.
Perception.
Because it's perception, but it's using your hands rather than your eyes, so you don't get disadvantage.
Ah, that's a 3, so it's a 5.
Yeah, find something that's got a kind of bulbous roundness to it.
No, so I don't find his head, so I can't give him a healing potion.
Doesn't he have a thing on his face anyway?
No, he
didn't have
doesn't.
one. He was just down.
Oh, he's his own conscious.
When he was on the ground, I wanted to give him a healing potion.
Yeah, he can
It's just
breathe,
normal
unlike
then.
you two currently.
Since it's on my head, and I know where my head is, am I able to stab it?
You can make an attack, but it will be with disadvantage.
Yes, stab towards your own head. Stab towards your own head.
If I take it off, the problem is they're all still there.
Yeah.
Murdering
You can use an action to just remove it from your head safely rather than stabbing it. If you stab it, there's a chance you'll hit yourself.
Live and
I
let
know where my
off.
head is.
Okay, I'm just
Live and
saying.
let off.
There's a
If
chance.
I take-
There is a chance. I've given fair warning. There is a chance you could stab yourself in the
If I
head.
take it off, it's still there, and it's going to use its turn next one to attack me.
True, unless
So-
you bonus action to disengage and
yeah,
run
you-
away.
yeah.
What do you want to do, man?
Yeah. Believe in yourself.
But yeah,
Trust in the heart of the
Seth.
dice.
Attack my face!
Do Seth with it.
You didn't see that. Where's the camera? I didn't see that.
What was it?
That's it.
Or was it all together? It was a natural.
So you roll natural one.
On stabbing yourself in the face.
I'm stabbing up here. So I hit it here.
So you hit. You don't get sneak attack.
Well,
so you just need
there's
to.
one thing we
you're
can say
using
for
a
sure.
dagger, right?
Seth is not
Yeah.
short of
So roll a
chutzpah.
d4.
Whatever else may be wrong with him, and I think
Fuck off, dice!
I think that list is about to
I love
get a
the
bit
dice,
longer.
you're the best.
Did you do 4 points of?
Yeah.
You did 4 points of piercing damage to yourself.
Cool.
What does that leave you at?
I also need.
Guys, we're not taking a short rest. We're going back to the bar and just drinking.
This is
God
going to
damn.
be amazing. Not only am I going to be the only survivor, I'm going to be the only survivor having watched all of you kill yourselves.
Point of order.
It's not having you back, Mark.
Point of order. And when you make the stabbing motion, you don't feel it at first until you pull the dagger away again, and you feel this sharp pain in your skull.
Does the slime take any damage? No.
That you know of. Are you doing anything else with your turn? You're still blinded and suffocating, and now you're in a lot of pain.
Try and run the way that Malal was pulling me.
Okay, so make intelligence check.
By the way,
10.
if you're wondering, yes, Brucon did just
10.
see that.
Okay, 10 with him guiding you is enough, so you can move straight forwards.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. If he starts to move away, I'm letting go.
Okay.
20. Oh yeah, am I able to pull them further with me?
You can if you like.
does that
But
hinder
that will
my
half your movement.
Can I then use my bonus action to dash?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm
Yeah, you can
30
drag
feet
him
with
along.
them.
Yeah.
So I was here, so I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then
So
you
your
guys
bonus
were
action will
behind
get
me.
half the movement as well.
Action is
Yes, so 15 plus
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking great, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
Rogue's a rogue here.
Just just do whatever you like for free.
Sudden burst of speed, because why not? Okay, so yes.
Every
That's
turn.
the end.
It's fine.
That's good. That was a good move actually.
Saves have you made so
He's
far?
done one. It's now fleeting another death save, please.
Big 20, big 20, big 20.
That's a 20!
Yes! That's funny, get the fix.
Sudden.
So-
Yes, finally.
this is
Well
right.
done. So,
What? Great.
yes, you now are you suddenly.
Yeah. You just
Your
wake up.
pupilless eyes blink back into existence.
And he's staring straight at Malar's ass.
You are staring straight at Malar's
There you
robed,
go.
but surprisingly rotund. Yeah, surprisingly robust and round arse.
I've never seen someone get a natural 20
Is there a
on
little
death
tail
save.
with it?
Yeah, there's a little tail.
I have.
Little
No,
tail.
there's not.
There isn't?
No.
Oh, okay. No.
It's all but.
There is a tail to the robe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll accept
He's
it.
not wearing like
It's
a
a tail
hospital
coat, it's a
gown
tail
or
coat.
something. It's not that, is it?
It just has to be
It's
some
like
kind
a
of
kid if there's
tail,
like a
not fussed about
little
it.
So,
tail with a little
so
tuft
that
on
I
the
think
end.
is your turn this turn because you're back. Okay, next is so you also feel a shift on you, Malar. Yeah, next is me. Thank you. Okay, let's deal with the guys with Darkmantles on them first. So, Seth. There's a 21 hits, so you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. As the dark mantle on your head that you tried to stab just kind of clinches even tighter to you, constricting against you. Malar, the one on you, natural 20.
What is with this rolling? It's
I don't know, but
violent.
I rolled 2
We are giving him a
threes.
lot of bites at this cherry, to be fair.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. It's fine. Neris is unconscious, so the one on you automatically succeeds, which means you fail on a death save. I think it's
Sorry,
actually 2,
sorry, my bad.
but yeah. It's also automatically a critical hit because so you actually fail 2 death saves, not 1.
Help me, please.
Yeah,
You
guys, you got to do something
have
here.
died from a wall.
No, I mean, yeah. There's only so much I can do.
Yes,
The
stop
one
the
by
falling.
yeah. Well, you are out of. No. Well, the one by you, Brucon. Natural 1. It slams against the wall after missing you, and it
When you
takes.
say by me, the one that was on me.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, the one that was, and you try to latch back onto
One
again.
that you're
Natural
waving
1. It
at
hits the wall and takes 4 points of.
Has it done more damage to itself than we?
It had 3 left. It did 4 damage to itself.
Yes.
It launches into the wall and just explodes against the wall.
Okay.
This purplish goop
Okay.
falling down over you. You've now destroyed 7 of these things. You're doing quite well.
I say, when we get out of this, so much XP.
Please kill mine.
Yeah, well, the Oberyn first, but then let's see.
There's one on your head, yes.
It's murdering me.
the
I'm
The,
other
one,
two-
the thing that just...
The other
If I
2 down the
fail
bottom
one
are
more
going
death save, I'm
to
dead.
move in this direction. Yep.
Does your one take nothing's hit yours yet, has it?
No, but I just got a crit and a.
Because it's one on her face and she's unconscious, so it critted automatically.
No, I mean no one's done any damage to it.
No.
No, it's done damage to
Yeah,
itself. It's
it's better to try and take it off then.
4 bludgeoning damage.
That was his one.
Because you guys
No,
were good.
mine.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, because
Yeah,
he hit the
yeah,
wall.
yeah.
Sorry. Yes, thank you. I just rubbed that out. Thank
do
you.
I do the party smart thing, or do I do the thing that the Oberyn would do?
You do the thing that the Oberyn would do.
Yeah, you do the thing that Leobrun would do. Leobrun, it's your turn.
For 2 death saves, do party smart.
No, you do you, man.
You could make a free intelligence check or something if you'd like.
It's your call,
Help
but
us out.
but if it were me, I would not have randomised literally everything about my character
You have,
in order to play the smart tactical move.
So
you have-
there are standing people with these things on their heads, though.
And,
and you saw Brucon running with one in his hand, and you've seen Neris
one
run with
just-
one on
that
her head
one's dead
into a
now.
wall,
Yeah.
and then fall down onto the floor after hitting the wall with one on her head. So you've seen that,
Yeah.
and now you've seen the other 2. You're now seeing Seth with one on his face, leading Malar with one on his face, and a seemingly unconscious, fleeting look. So you know everyone's there.
And just one other point that when Brucon ran up and had the thing in his hand, he did say kill it and was holding it there. So you've got a fairly clear idea of what the party's disposition towards these.
Yes.
These aren't our new buddies.
Yeah.
I fire Eldritch Blast at the one on Malar's head.
All right.
No natural ones, please.
Yeah.
Eldritch
Do you have,
Blast.
do you have inspiration?
I don't.
No. Okay.
It's been used.
Well, Gamblor giveth and Gamblor. Ooh.
that is a 15.
15. A hit, I believe.
It's going to be easier on here. 15.
Only like 2 turns away from
15 hits.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
That is 3 force damage.
3 force damage to that one, which hasn't been hit. So
Mouse ahead, we can't hear
first.
What level's Leo again? Are you level 2? Level 2. Oh yes, of course, because you leveled up
automatically.
and gained a hit.
Use that.
Yeah, I'll be using that.
Are you moving anywhere else at all,
I'm dead.
Oberon, or?
I know. I realized this.
No.
Yes.
When I looked at the sheet and I saw
Everyone's
3
being
death saves,
I assumed that when they're out, I'm out.
I connected the dots.
Everyone's being facehuggered. I'm not approaching this.
No,
That's
actually surprisingly smart.
No, that's an entirely
No,
reasonable.
but it's just the fact that if we get it off of Nereus'
Brucon
face, we
indeed.
can't heal it.
Brucon.
Can you heal that?
I am tapped.
Need that potion,
Yeah,
bro.
we need to get the fuck out of here.
Problem is, you don't know.
Yeah. Can you get it off her head? She still
Um,
needs to make the save, but
I
Yeah,
got inspiration, so.
that's a good time to use your inspiration.
she needs it off her head, otherwise it's...
Yeah,
Otherwise
it
it's
will
all
straight
taken.
kill her.
Yeah, this is all true. So the question is, can Brucon does Brucon have any option for what to do to assist removing it, other than going over and making a strength check to literally pull it off?
You're a monk, so okay. I tell you what, make a medicine check as a free action.
Cool.
Scared the crap out of me.
Free action's
Free
always
action
a
medicine
great
check.
part of any sentence. That's not a great roll though. That's a roll of 9.
9. Okay, so from the looks of it, one of the tendrils that come off this thing is kind of wrapped around her esophagus, and is crushing into that. So when you make your strike, you would probably want to, if you were going to attack it rather than pull it off her head, you'd want to hit that. You want to hit her. There's a chance you could hurt her, but being that you're a monk, you know you have ways that you can.
Can you kill it in one go? You can't kill it.
I can kill it in one go if
that-
I attack and do real well.
This seems like it's the only other option besides moving it from here, from what you can tell with that roll.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with the simple option, which is attempt to remove it.
Okay,
Just go with
probably a good decision.
Just go with the strength check.
Much better.
Not a magic user.
So you can tell it's getting serious now. It's
Nope.
like,
Yeah. Not a magic
Well, it's
user.
'cause
Level of
we've
options
not got enough
available.
turns to save
Yeah.
Marta.
Right.
If we could take it off her, someone could have taken the potion and killed her.
Oh, she's done for. Oh my god.
natural one.
Yeah, that's a natural.
Do you have inspiration?
I used it last turn.
You're like, and in your desperation,
Roll that 20.
Yeah. You've got inspiration. So
I got
Yeah, this-
inspiration, so I'm gonna do that.
And it worked.
you can't get it off. It's
Yeah,
welded
no,
to
I
her
failed.
skull.
Brucon
Do
fails.
the 20.
Um,
do the 20.
What?
Actually, you're not going to take any
Roll
damage.
a
so
death
it's
save,
okay.
get a 20.
Wait a minute. It's an actual 1.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. Okay, so Mala, your turn.
I'm actually going to burn my inspiration to strength check this thing off my fucking face.
Yeah.
Is it strength or
Strength check. Strength check.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yes.
Natural 20. Okay, so I will say then that you can do damage equivalent to your strength modifier.
So it's going to be +2 then.
So you do so you wrench it off your face and do 2 points of damage to
Where
it
is
as well.
I'm throwing it behind me if I
Yeah,
can.
fling that shit down the hole.
Yeah, you can throw it as well. Dropping would be a free action. If you throw it, this would be more of an attack.
So I've already used my action to.
Yeah. So I say you can drop it or fling it over your shoulder, but
Yeah, I'll fling it over my shoulder.
Yeah.
It's immediately.
the opposite shoulder to where
Yeah.
fleeting look is. Yeah.
Now bez it. No, just bez it, man.
Yeah, I will move. I will move to. Shit.
It's every elephant man for
you
himself
can-
in here, bro.
I'm
can,
just gonna run because I've got.
If you could stabilize her with a medicine check, unless you've got a healer's kit or something,
No, I'll move up
which would
and do
then
that.
reset her death saves.
I will do that.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Medicine check, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's out of the box. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
10.
10 is not enough, unfortunately. Can't stabilize her.
No,
Well, I can roll or use my inspiration.
No,
You
inspiration
can roll
gives
with
you
your
two
inspiration.
rolls.
Gives you advantage on the roll.
Yeah,
So
Inspiration, roll
make
2 and pick.
so Nereus, you need to make a death save.
But if you roll a
You've
20,
got two
Fucking
dice.
A.
Got 2 dice. Go on.
So yeah, just need to
10
get 10.
plus,
Just need to get
10
10.
plus.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
6 and a 9.
6 and a 9.
Shit.
She's done for.
With that, hang on a second. Okay, so
Guess I'll be bringing in a new character.
feeling the life being taken from your lungs, you the sadness, the deep sadness you've kept locked up inside, suddenly manifests itself in this raging fire.
Fireball!
Self-immolation.
Yes.
And with that, your whole body becomes like a furnace, and it's essentially a fireball, but it's all concentrated on you. So
Do it.
Nurse's death
take it
kills
down with
everyone in the
me. Like her birth.
Oh, that's...
so with that,
If everyone dies, that's not as bad.
so with that,
22.
Everyone starts again.
wow, that was really 12. That's 24.
Hang on, I missed a couple of. Sorry, there were a couple of dice I couldn't see.
You do 30 points of fire damage to this dark mantle, which melts off of your face.
Along with
face.
No, you're still pristine.
But dead.
He's giving you a freebie. Take it. He's giving you a freebie.
Yo. Is he still on your shoulder?
Oh, you're me.
Yeah, he's still over my shoulder.
And it's unclear at this point. You're in the place between life and death currently.
In the space between spaces.
I didn't know that was possible.
He makes the rules.
And there's something different about you, so which hasn't been explored.
Does she look different?
More on fire than she was
Sorry.
previously.
Is it my turn?
Can I
Yeah.
put my hair back on for now?
Cool.
Yes, you can be
I'm going to try and
She's
get
like
this
it with
off my
some
head.
dignity.
Depends on how previous you say. Technically, she's less on
I
fire
do
than
not.
previously,
That is
if
an
you
8.
mean, like, just half a second ago.
8. Okay. No, it's still stuck to your head, unfortunately.
Then I don't do anything.
Okay. Fleeting look.
At
You're
least he can
suddenly
learn
regain
lessons.
consciousness, and you can see Malar's hind as you're over his shoulder.
Oh, can I do one thing?
Yeah.
Sorry. Can I ask Nipples to help? He's in my pocket.
Sure.
He's telepathic, isn't
I
he?
was
Yeah.
wondering if
Can-
Nibbles was going to make a difference.
She doesn't need a health potion anymore. Fuck. Can Nibbles help me get this off, or can he nibble it? Oh, Nibbles. Can Nibbles do something?
Help!
Not what I signed up for when I volunteered to be a familiar. the altar was not. We must get her to the altar.
Who's
5th level crab.
Who's her?
Yeah.
Your friend, the elf. We must get her to the altar.
Oh, shit.
Did Brucon hear that as
I
well?
think it's tab.
You all hear that telepathically,
Yeah,
yes.
Brucon's kind of like,
Oh.
to do what?
I'm hearing voices in my head.
Can I ask?
Shit.
Can I now ask the medallion?
You know it. You know it.
I do.
You were there.
What altar?
The one you were at.
I'm not going to do my
one
initial
you
response.
were
Was,
at.
oh, you know.
Was
which
that-
altars. No.
There are 2. No, there's 3
There's not.
altars.
There's one.
There's one, and there's the kind of there's 3 statues.
Or there's the one that
Yeah.
where
That's the
you
main one.
sent.
Which one of those statues look like an altar?
Only you will hear this.
Stop overcomplicated.
I'm trying to save you.
Why? How?
Didn't. Sorry, there was a scorcher.
You have a better suggestion than the magical rat's got.
Oh.
The altar, Seth, where you found the dagger. You'll need both for this ritual.
And with that, I'm sitting there trying to take this off, but I'm pretty sure that's the end of my amount of questions.
Yeah, that is your turn. Fleeting look.
I will climb down.
I'm picturing it being really ungraceful, like you're there, rather than go to the side, you like climb down him head first. So you're like doing a handstand. It's very ungraceful.
I was going to help you, but now after that, I will. Can I lift Neris? Am I strong enough to do that, or can I just?
You can attempt. I'm going to say because you don't have any initial advantage. I think you're. What's your strength?
I think it's +1.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to make. You can lift her up, but it will half your movement while you're carrying her.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you got her in your arms.
Is that my action?
No, just an object interaction. It's a free action. Just pick her up.
Okay. Yes. And how much movement have we got left?
So you can move 15 feet.
Cool. I'll carry this way slightly away from the face of the
It's worth just having you on there bumping Neris off for a second.
Sweet unlucky 13 has
Struck hard.
Yeah.
So you're there.
Typical Gwen Stacy moment. Yeah, appropriate. So that's fleeting look. Next is I see. So the one on your head.
Oh, if it's on me, then I'm down. I had one.
Well, it has to hit you first.
Down on it.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're down.
Man, these rolls are hardcore.
I mean, this is difficult.
The person who wrote,
got-
the
they-
person
they
who came
all
up with
have
Darkmantles is an
They're
asshole.
honest, they have
Yeah.
disadvantage.
It's like,
they,
I don't
they
like
make
umbrellas.
they make an attack against you. If it hits, you're just fucked. It's not a sympathetic monster design.
It's fine.
Now this is a system that once upon a time gave us the
When I
Tomb of
get
Horrors,
home, I'm
so
going
it's
to
not
throw
that
away
out.
all of my umbrellas.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
God,
have full
got a
12.
complex.
We have full 12.
No.
Years of
I'm gonna
therapy.
get an umbrella
Well,
again.
12. There's been 12 of them.
Yeah. So fleeting, you could. What did you use your action for?
Picking her up.
Oh yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Never mind. Okay, so the Ogre.
Yep.
Is there any Darkmantles left?
Yep.
Yes.
3 of them, in fact,
1, 2,
and 1 on
3, 4.
Seth's unconscious
One
noggin.
on my head.
Yeah, but there's only one on a party member.
Yeah.
And
And
one's
there's
about
more
to
scuttling
be-
towards you. And you hear this. These things like start scuttling across the floor.
Well.
You're gonna want to move.
I know.
No, you're gonna.
Oh.
Okay.
A little bit loud.
Yeah, maybe a little bit overbearing there.
I had a plan, but now there's only one on the party member, so I'll just keep blasting.
Do it.
It's 18 to hit.
It's a hit.
18 hits. Roll for damage.
2.
Bro,
I'm helping!
You could just.
it's
take
got
it off.
10 sides, man. Let sides with numbers above 4 into your life.
I wish I could.
Oh dear.
That
Are
thing
you
is
moving?
cursed.
Are you moving into it?
Yeah, your dice tower is fucking evil.
I will. So the only person currently. Screw it. I will try and drag Zeph away from the rest of the scuttlings. So I will move in, and I've already used my action. So I will lay hands on and
Ready to be
There, you're there.
ready to pull in the future.
Okay. Brucon.
Yeah. Brucon's going to try and wrench this murderous face mask off. Seth.
Think about the ritual.
No, we all heard it. He
Oh, we
said.
all heard
He
it.
said we all heard
Yeah,
it.
you all heard what
Yeah.
Nibbles said, but you didn't hear what the
19.
other was. 19. That's enough to pull it off.
I have no control. I'm sorry. Yeah, pull that fucker off and fling it as far away as I can.
So it's in the action to pull it off, so you can drop it,
Yeah.
throw it over your shoulder. That's what you can
Why do you
with it.
have?
You can.
my
You have to
hair?
land within
Yeah,
5
yeah.
feet of you.
Why do you have
Okay,
my?
well,
why
we'll
does-
just hold.
It was
Just hold.
free.
Hold it. Okay.
Just hold it.
You hear the recognisable
I already did that.
wise
That's fine.
telepathic
The
rat.
thing gave her a haircut.
Hold it! We need it! Keep it with you!
Okay, I have one.
Let's go!
And
I agree.
Malar.
Mr. Leobrin, let me. I will pick Seth up over the shoulder.
Why's
and
Seth
sort of-
got Neris's hair?
We're literally just discussing that.
and
What
I
is
will-
happening right now?
Some kind of. And actually, can I check him for his healing potion?
Yeah. Investigation check.
No.
Fudge was that?
I pick him up and we walk out.
Okay. You don't find it. And you just sling him over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Just
Just
get out! I will say, for the purposes of this, that
get the fuck out
you
of
get out of there, because those things won't be able to keep up with you.
Darkmantles, CR 1.5.
For real?
I shit you not.
That's a big
What?
fucking lie.
Challenge rating.
Yeah.
Bearing in
So they're
mind,
equivalent. In theory, 2 of them should be a manageable challenge for 1 level 1 party member.
but
And I'm sorry,
you came
but
across
that is
you
hot
came
garbage.
across 13 of them so far.
2 of them should be equivalent to a party of 4.
But
Party, sorry, yeah, no, party.
Anyway,
it's because you have to take them off.
Can we please just get to
switching
the altar?
focus back. So
Oh,
unconscious.
So once we
Oh,
are
not
out
you.
of clear danger, I would like to medicine check Seth.
yes,
That's going to be
that's the rules.
22.
yeah. You stabilize him.
Casting Elf.
So yeah, he's not looking good. He's not unconscious, Seth, is he?
Yeah.
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 Oh shit.
That's why
Okay.
medicine checking him.
Sorry, yeah, you stabilize
That's
him.
why
Yeah.
he dropped to the floor.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit behind.
Yeah,
there.
sorry, I nearly
No.
killed like
Every-
half. I nearly killed the entire party. It's hard to keep track.
I can't keep track of these things. Yeah, so you stabilize him, yes.
To the bar.
To the bar.
Oh,
Sorry,
what
no, the
about-
altar. Altar first.
Okay.
Voice.
So you start trudging through the
Since we're out of
water.
combat, can you not get my healing potion now? Use it on me.
Yeah, but the problem is,
He can
you
find it.
stole that healing potion back in the 2nd or 3rd session. Malor didn't see it, so he doesn't know you've got it.
I've told you many times. I've told Mallow a lot that I have a healing potion.
Yeah, but he hasn't found it yet. You have to search for it again to try and
Yeah.
find it.
can
But
we
so
get
far he hasn't
me
found it, and
to,
you're kind
altar,
of
please?
pegging it towards the altar down the bottom. You're, following Nibble's direction, you just head down the stream where you were before, the altar where you found the dagger, and you lay Neris along this stone but dried, coated with dried blood, this carved altar. You lay her on there. The Darkmantle tries to attack Brucon as he's being held, but struggles, and you manage to
Now,
restrain it.
hang on, let's consider what we're doing here.
Yeah, it does a little. And Brucon just.
Carry it down.
No!
Sort of,
You're in your medicine check with Seth as well. So yeah, you stabilize him. He has a horrific scar on his head. A horrific scar on his head.
Would you say it's a burn or a
No, it looks like
attack?
looks like he's been pierced by a metal
Oh, right.
pointy
Oh, no, that's
object.
neither one of us.
Jesus, these things. Be careful, God. These things have got fucking knives in them.
It goes. It's in his head here. It also cuts across a bit of his nose as well. It's across that way. It's a
Something
mighty.
for the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Anyway,
I can
You
do
did
that.
it entirely to yourself.
I can do that.
I don't.
I have enough.
I've done a lot
I
of
have all the
reading.
stuff.
I don't know exactly how this works. We need to make a sacrifice.
No, hang on. This is dark magics. This is not of the will of the Eight. No, I won't stand by this. I insist we must go to the surface. We must seek help another way.
There's not enough time. She doesn't have enough time.
But this is dark magics. I will not have you infect her being with a demonic spirit.
Someone heal me!
I'm patting down Seth as I'm doing this.
make an investigation check. Yeah.
Oh, God damn it! It's another natural one!
Natural ones!
God!
Discord! Take this opportunity to do something! Do
hang on.
stuff that will annoy me!
Hang
We're
on.
about to have a sacrifice.
Hang on.
That's so fucking.
Oh dear.
He's already bleeding.
Right. There is a.
No, you can't.
Yeah. So yeah. You say
Brucon-
this is against the 8 in your
Yeah. Brucon goes. The balance is not defined solely by the gods. Walks forward, produces the dagger that he picked up, and goes, "Rat, what must I do?"
Put the dark mantle on her face.
Now, this sounds.
And then.
And then we must make an offering.
Brucon, is Nibbles visible or is he still?
He's invisible.
Is it literally
He's
invisible?
invisible, but you felt him jump into your robes in your pocket.
Oh right, okay. Brucon sort of.
Where is this going?
Brucon kind of leans down and goes, "I'm trusting you, literally with my life here, Rat."
And pearls.
Yes.
Now, so.
Yeah. Fucking 3.
Sorry,
And
that's too good.
I start to head towards you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
I
Well,
try and-
yeah.
10, 20
Try that one.
Okay.
No, hang on.
Is anyone watching me in the water? Am I just like floating
You
past
are on
this
my,
down
you
that
are on
cliff?
my shoulder, and I'm patting you down.
Such the other end.
Yeah. So as I see it, Malar's not cool with what's going on around Neris, but is also distracted by trying to look after Seth, and you're like fucking. So Brucon just kind of goes. Here goes nothing, and applies Darkmantle to Neris's face.
Wrapped around her face.
Bears his chest, like pulls the kind of robes open, pulls the dagger out, and goes, "Here we go," and straight into the sternum.
Oh shit!
What? No! What? Why did you put the dark matter on her face? Why didn't you stab the dark matter?
You said you must make a sacrifice.
There's dark matter!
They said make an offering as well. Okay.
What?
This hits. Hang on.
Plastic bag.
Is this going to be life
This is,
Jenga?
this
You
is,
revive her, so we kill the dark matter to revive you.
This is it's an interesting moment.
What?
I didn't anticipate this, but
Come on,
I
dude.
like
Nobody,
it. I like
nobody
it.
specified the sacrifice, so that was
a question.
It's not.
It's like,
putting the dark mantle on my face and then stabbing said face felt off.
A like
It's
for a like.
killing something that you wanted to die is not a sacrifice.
You
That's very
must
true.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
you have holy
Let's
powers,
see.
know something.
Let's see how this plays out.
That was a
20.
natural 20. Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
You feel the venom from this black ichor coating this blade enter into your bloodstream, and you wince and freeze up in the moment. Your limbs stiffen, and again, the almost with a light, a warmth that you haven't felt this intensely before. You feel the light shine seemingly from within you and come out, and it's like your blood then starts to fizz inside your body.
That doesn't sound healthy.
The venom,
Fizzy blood.
You do take. You need to make.
Pretty much just
So
did
it's with a dagger. So you do take.
So-
You do take
will
a
be
D4
D4
plus strength damage
It
to
doesn't
yourself.
matter, you've got
1 hit point.
Yeah. that
Okay, so you
literally
do
on
it.
hit point.
Don't
You
waste
feel
my
the
health
light
potion
within
on
you. It builds up. Your blood
How many people have
fizzes.
you saved today, G?
Wait, I ain't health potion. You've got lay on hands, you twat.
Fleeting look.
Heal me.
Fleeting look. You see. Hang on. Whoa.
I've been wondering what. I assumed he was out of it.
He's got 5.
Fleeting and
needed a
the
sacrifice.
Oberyn. Fleeting and the Oberyn, you see for a moment the light burst out from within Brucon through where the blade has gone in. You see a kind of light come out, and then it almost looks like a golden teardrop comes out of his sternum. It then, as it sort of seemingly hits the air, turns into a reddish blood, and it drops down onto the altar. And Brucon slumps over onto the altar, unconscious, bleeding out on top of it. It's at this point that Neris's body, along with the dark matter, also begins to glow this goldish radiance around them.
The dark mantle gets killed.
What would you like to do?
What?
You sense this is part.
What's a reaction?
You sense that this. You sense that this is part of a ritual, and you did hear Nibble say that it requires an offering, and you've seen this happen. What would you like to do to aid this ritual?
To aid this ritual?
Yeah, if you would like to aid the ritual, you could step out.
I figured it was going well. My friend.
Apparently, it could go better.
There was some glowing goldy stuff, blood. Do I get the idea that I meant to be making this go better?
I was the one that mended your ruff. Remember that?
I'm just like, is there a 3 little lights and one bings up and there's 2 waiting?
You can.
What?
You can. This is.
So it's like the kind of like there's a ring of dots that kind of start loading.
Are you trained in religion?
Nope.
No. You have Arcana.
Yep.
Yes, and you also.
You said no, but I would have been like, what can you
But
do?
no, but he has. He also has detect magic as well.
Not active.
I mean, I think
Not
it's
active
quite
currently, but you do have that.
clear that it's magic.
So you can make an Arcana check.
Okey-dokey.
Fleeting Look, is there anything you would like to do to add to this ritual at this time?
A 17. It's definitely magic.
17. Okay. This is a magic, the likes of which you would have never have seen in Manylands, nor in your soirees in the Feywild. This is something much deeper, much darker.
How we fuck this up?
You're not sure entirely what the best course of action is here, but blood seems to have had an effect so far.
But it looks like it's not.
There's a dark mantle on
Finishing.
her, and it doesn't look it's finished yet. Yes. The only other sense you can give is that blood has been given.
Yep.
Is there something else that can be offered to this? And that's kind of what you think at this point. Can you give something other than blood to aid in the ritual? Fleeting Look. Think about that. Fleeting Look.
Until you said other than blood, I was like, more blood.
Yeah, more blood.
Fleeting Look, what is there
The
anything
rough.
you'd like to do that immediately
The
to
rough.
make this ritual, or
Like
any
you.
checks?
A
you think?
personal
I
object.
ordered one of me, but it's coming from China.
Can I use my
I
divine
hope it arrives
sense
in time.
to detect good or evil?
We'll make a paper
please?
one otherwise.
Yes, you can.
Thank
That's a
you.
great
So,
shout.
boom! Divine sense. There is a dark magic here. There is a nefarious, necromantic energy to it. Make a religion check.
My religion's great.
Yeah, that's not a
8.
fantastic roll.
How much, sorry?
8.
8. Okay. With 8.
We're just not helping you. You're helping.
You remember in this moment the dream you had before entering the cave, the rod, the cave, and it seems as if this is somehow related to what you're now seeing.
What's the rod that got lifted? Well, we just do.
Fucking dude.
You also feel
Choose your moment.
You feel a hum in your hand.
Well, no one can hear this because
Ooh.
I know what will feel me.
Is it the hand that's holding the hammer by any chance?
It is the hand that's holding the hammer.
Can I just hold it close to them and see if anything happens?
Electrocute us.
Can't make it anything worse.
You can hold it over and make an Arcana check.
I've literally got nothing other than more blood, so I'll try and hump Seth's body onto the pile.
Oh!
Somebody just heal me! I've got the medallion that knows what to do!
You've got to take him off of me.
Please.
Okay, I'm like,
For the love of God.
Can someone just give me 1 HP?
No.
I mean, there's already 2 dead. Maybe we can bring one back.
So what did you get?
I don't know. What's
3
been going
on the dice.
Yes.
So have you got any
What
modifiers to
It's
that?
+0.
Oh, okay. You put the hammer there by the Darkmantle. Yep. Okay. So you two.
Somebody.
You go to grab his legs.
I will sort of politely ask, do we put another one on?
No, that is not how this works.
This isn't a corpse pile.
I mean, it sort of is already. Well, you can't speak.
Please,
Shut
just.
Two corpses makes a pile, right?
I will pat down Seth while I'm having this conversation.
5th time's the charm.
3.
Okay, you're going 1 up every time. We're nearly there.
No, he instantly rolled a
Find-
3 last time.
As you're
Another one.
as you're
We haven't
patting
tried this
I've
one
not
yet.
tried this one. Okay,
Okay,
let's
so
form a
that's cool.
queue.
Yeah,
Do
order
whatever
it.
you want.
as you're patting
Every
Seth
note
down.
Pick a.
Whatever feels
Anything
right.
A simple gold ring slips from one of his fingers onto the ground, up into the water.
Been dead so long, I'm just losing my shit.
Okay.
You see this happen.
No.
lost the ring of alertness.
Oh shit.
Mister, look, can you,
Yes,
are you able to
fine,
do anything to
fine.
anybody?
Lay on hands +1.
No, I meant over there!
Who?
Those, the two of our party that are on the,
I tried.
defend
It's
Yeah.
bad. Great things are happening there, but
No, I refuse to believe this.
With that, Seth, you come
As
back to
I
consciousness.
wake up, I'm gonna tap on you and
Oh,
come
Mr.
off.
Seth. Oh, thank God. By the 8.
As I fall down, I'm going to look at the altar to see Brukon with his dagger and him Neris there with a thing still on her head. And
Glowing.
yeah, I'm going to grab my medallion for the thing that's been talking to me and say, "You said we could save her. How?"
I think it's almost time, Seth. Almost time for you and me and our great adventure. For now,
I know, that's what I thought.
for now, you're not ready.
How do we save her now?
One of your party is ready. One very similar to you.
Do I who's ready? Who can save
One
her?
who can give a magical offering to this ritual.
Magic. So I know.
I can't hear any of this.
So I'm gonna say it's like.
Well,
So there's.
I'm not.
Someone needs to give a magical offering. One of you. No. You.
No, I can't. This is dark magics. This is not by the will of the 8.
I'm gonna go to Brukon.
Give a magical offering.
I'm gonna pull him up.
I beg you.
I'm gonna. He's got this dagger in him still, doesn't he? It was self-fleeting. Can you heal him as I take this out?
But when I break the ritual.
I'm pretty sure we're not doing it right.
Not yet, Seth. Not yet.
No. Leobrin, can you take this out?
Can I take it out? Yes.
Can he pull the dagger?
But give a magical
asking the
offering.
medallion?
Yes,
For the
well-
love of God.
What is a
Just
magical
please.
He can, but he shouldn't.
I don't.
He needs to donate
Ah, I don't want to lose my
a magical offering.
I'm gonna look at my hands and go. The ring. Where's the ring? It's like,
Oh, something fell off you earlier. But this
find the ring. We need to donate something magical to save
Oh,
someone.
this is bad magic. So I now start to.
Foolish boy.
No shit. What do I need to do?
It is not an item that it requires. It is a magical essence that your friend can provide.
I don't know what this
You need
means.
to tell him
So I
this.
can't
You
hear
need to
this.
provide magical essence. How can you do that?
Get your friend to lay his hand on her head.
Just touch her head.
No, I interpose myself between him and the goddamn altar.
I restrain Mala.
You can fucking.
Yes. Fleeting. Hold it.
This is going to be a contested grapple check.
Everyone touch her head quick.
I'm gonna back this guy.
Yeah, like shit. Which of these
And
gives
And
that
then he rolls a
fucking nut?
20.
No!
Ah, there we
Natural
go.
1.
Oh,
Yes!
not again!
Oh,
Holy shit!
Yes, Mala did.
With one hand, you grab Mala by his trunk,
I really thought you were just going to go
forcibly
like this,
move him
hold
out of the
head.
way,
Can I
whilst still
It
keeping.
feels to me like the 8 have their finger on the scales on this one.
Whilst keeping
The statistical
So-
probability.
yeah, whilst
of what
keeping
you
your
just
other
did.
hand. Yeah, this happens. Yeah.
Wait. Camera.
So there is a dark mantle on your head, but
Yeah.
you're
What
touching
am
the
I-
dark mantle on her
And
head.
now
Okay,
Yeah.
can you get me my sweater from the ground?
That's underneath my.
There you go.
Anyway,
There you go. Real life.
Fleeting,
Thank you.
you restrain Mala. You pull Mala aside by his
Slightly
trunk.
wet.
With your other hand, you're
Which
still
is
holding onto
fitting.
the hammer, which you kept on
Do it.
the altar.
Do it.
Why am I doing this?
It's your magic.
Okay, and
You need to make
Technically,
an
he
Arcana
isn't.
check.
This is the funny thing, he's not magic at all.
Yes.
He's a warlock, he's made a deal.
What the fudge?
Threes all the way.
it's a 7 total.
That's
Okay.
good outcome.
What spells do you have?
No.
Like full level spells.
Yes.
Fairy Fire, Sleep, Arms of Hadar.
Are they all first level spells?
I only have
He's
first
only-
level
he's
spells.
only- he's
That's
level
second
2.
Sorry. I mean, are they? Can you get them at second level only, or?
I am a second level character. I can only cast first level.
What
No.
he means
What I
is,
mean is,
are they
can the spell be
castable at
cast at
higher
first
levels
level?
for extra benefit?
No. Can
No?
it be cast at first level? Which ones can't be cast at first level?
Those are all
They
first
all-
level
they're all
spells.
They're all first level
First
spells.
level
Right.
spells.
Only
That's always
first level
confusing.
spells. Those are my 3 spells.
Okay. I need you to roll a d6.
Cool.
Oh, for
One.
crying out
You don't know that's
loud!
bad
Like,
for this.
No, this
It
is.
just means the one of that list, number 1 on that.
No,
list.
that was a random choice roll, I suspect.
Okay. Yeah. And fleeting look. In this moment, you feel a spark of energy come through you, and like a streak of lightning. And in fact, it is a streak of lightning. Shoots down your arm, through the hammer, into the altar. It passes into you as well, this energy, as you've got your hand over. In fact, it then seems like the lightning is consuming Leoberin in this moment. It goes over him, and suddenly it's just him with this electricity spurning off him. It's still pumping through you into him. You,
Flawless read, love it.
Mala, you see.
Cut print.
I am aghast.
You are aghast in horror
Yeah.
as this, the whole room, it seems to, as if everything else around you seems to shrink away, and it's just darkness and just this altar and what's happening, and you on an island on your own, far away from what's happening, watching in disbelief. The gold glow across the two of you is still there, and then suddenly, in a moment, the dark mantle under your hand just explodes, disappears, but there's no blood. It disappears into nothing, into dust, gone, revealing the porcelain skin of Neris underneath. And her eyes just suddenly open, and now they are totally red in this moment, pupilless, just red eyes. And a black shadow seems to come out from her mouth, passes around the altar, around you guys who are witnessing this. And suddenly all this energy kind of pulls together like gravity into the center of this altar, into the center of Neris herself, and lights come back. Everything is back how it was before the ritual. Everything is still for a moment, apart from the trickling of the stream of the water underneath. A few moments pass. Neris, you have a fevered dream. In it, you see water passing over you. It's not like regular water. It's not blue or clear. It sticks to you, clings to you, like oil. And then suddenly, it all catches fire. All you see is flames around you. And then the flames, through the flames in front of you, a red, gargantuan dragon head looms in front of you, and it grins. And you see the fire burning in its reptilian eyes. And it reaches back with its head and pushes forth a gout of fire straight into you. And suddenly, you're lying on an altar. Your friends around you, Brucon slumped over with a dagger in his chest. You see him there, and as you look up, the dagger itself erupts into flame, disappears, leaving only a blackened mark on Brucon's chest.
do I have any scars?
I don't know. Do you have any
I feel
scars?
like around the
roll
neck,
a
the thing.
d20.
That's it. I'm just sorry. I'm trying to be on point for
1.
9.
9. All right.
fuck all the dice today.
I know. Except for the beginning. The first half hour were great for me.
Okay, so
Real fucking great. Arguably, that's how we got in this mess.
Basically.
there is lacerations across your neck, across your throat. They seem to have healed though, and you have awoken with 1 hit point, but you are alive, seemingly returned from the beyond.
And my eyes are still all red or just normal red?
You wouldn't know.
Okay.
What is the effect?
Guys,
of
are my
these
eyes red or
Yeah, I've been electrocuted, we've been electrocuted.
So the dagger's disappeared. Brucon's unconscious but
Didn't
stable.
anticipate that.
Oh, wait, shit, unconscious but stable.
Yeah.
So we can see he's breathing.
Yeah, he's breathing, but the dagger's now gone, the wound is now gone, there's just this black mark on his chest. Leoberin, you don't have fairy fire anymore. It's gone. You can't summon that power anymore. That's it.
That's it. No,
That's it. No other
damage
effects.
after being electrocuted.
Since we're snapping back into this now, fucking walk past you and you and you. I go and scoop up Brucon. You've sort of.
I'm still there, like, extremely confused.
I'm gonna run to you.
And don't understand why.
Follow. Now. I
Do the fucking exercise.
I just ignore you three, and I'm just taking Brucon outside.
I'm gonna
Back
help
to the-
Varys get
back
off
to
the
the bar.
water and ask.
Just like stumbling.
Yeah, I'm like, are you okay?
With both our 1 hit points.
Yeah.
I feel like we could have just.
Are you right?
I don't know.
You went unconscious. What
Feels
you
like it. What
It feels like a
happened to
lie.
me?
Yeah.
Dead.
Lying the shit off.
Then Brucon stabs himself to death, and then Seth said I should touch your face, and then I got electrocuted by Fleeting's hammer, and then the things burnt away, and now you're back.
So I'm just like, it's like weirdness, like a weird, like bumpy texture. Because last thing I remember is suffocating. I was what?
And as she says this,
Dead.
flames appear in her eyes, but now also the ends of her hair are on fire. Just for a moment.
You did this gesture, and I was waiting for out the ears.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Steam.
Check. Party-wise, you're on 1, 1, 1.
He's
I'm on I'm on 0, bro.
0, sorry. 1, 1.
13.
Yeah, he
13,
was like
8, 1.
That was
and then,
intense.
Holy
and then
crap.
and
he like
now
glowed
is
and the
mad
blood.
at me?
What?
Now I was stunned off.
We're
With Brucon.
following behind Mala. We're leaving.
I don't know what happened.
Seth has a horrific scar on his head.
Fuck this
What?
cave.
What happened to you? What?
And those slimes, they can do everything. Explode, hit, stab.
Slimes?
He's just staring blankly into space. Walks
Yeah.
behind Malar.
Full 1,000-yard stare on Seth now.
And now we just...
You weren't there, man. You don't know.
We leave. Assuming you're going to the bar.
Yeah.
Going to the bar. We're all leaving.
Okay, so
But I'm leaving, he's leaving.
you gather your things. You don't look for the ring. You leave it.
Oh, we didn't sacrifice that. Oh, no. Yeah, look for the ring, sorry.
Okay, make an investigation check.
So I thought we looked for it and I forgot we didn't sacrifice that. Oh.
Sub 10
8.
rolls.
Fortunately, it seems lost. You can't find it. Needs your passive perception and investigation go back down to what they were for.
Gambler, sort out your shit.
So we give it and we take it away.
Mostly take it.
Yeah, most of your magic items have gone now as well, apart from one.
Really unusual.
Oh no, 2.
No item, just magic.
You lost the magic.
Out of
Oh yeah, I
character.
forgot about
Thank you.
A sacrifice. A hell of a sacrifice. Anyway,
His fault.
you
He told me to do a thing, I did it.
so you go back to the bar. So you come out of the cellar.
I come out of the cellar. I walk past.
The red dragonborn isn't there.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Jack.
You need to duck.
You're asking.
Healing potion.
Make an intimidation check. With advantage because you have a corpse in your arms.
Christ.
With advantage.
Yeah, that'll
That's
do.
better.
Now!
14.
14. Right away. Is he, actually, hang on. And he goes over to a small cask. A small bottle on the bar.
Cask of healing potions.
Sorry. Down it. No. He goes over to the bar and the back bar with a display of drinks. He grabs one bottle, which you seemingly recognise, with a kind of a blackish liquid inside. Gets out a shot glass, pours a drink, necks it, pours a drink, goes over. Oh, can you open his mouth? Open his mouth.
This had better be what I'm after.
I hope so too. Throws flaming Jack Booker down his throat.
Flaming Jack Booker.
Down his throat. A fire within you. Bam! You snap back into existence with one hit point.
With one hit.
While you're sort of coming to, I put you in a chair.
Yeah.
And I take a chair myself, like around that table, and I say, we are going to need to have some serious conversations.
As we all come out, I'm just going to put my hand on Flame Jack's sack. You have a bigger rat problem. It wasn't us.
I think I'm going to need another drink. Goes over to the back bar shelf, slams down the Jack Booker.
As he does that, I go, thank you.
Yeah. Nice one.
Let's go and take a swig.
You're going to take a swig, so you need to make a constitution check.
You fucking mug.
Die.
15.
15.
No.
Oh, you feel a burning sensation in your throat bit. That is not the worst thing you've seen
Put it
today in
back down,
terms of
I was gonna
fire or
thank you.
anything else. Quite alright. Does any of your friends need any as well, or might need another bottle? He disappears back over to the back bar, grabs another bottle, but it's actually has to climb up because it's up the shelf. Climbs up onto the bar, grabs it, pulls it over, and with that, the bone dagger that he has on display on the back bar just topples off onto the floor and just clatters down. I'm so sorry. Jumps down, puts the second Jack Booker bottle onto the bar and just starts tidying away this ornate bone dagger back onto the wall. So there's a couple of... You can help yourself to Jack Booker if you need. Probably should stop that because you're in the bar.
That's the sound of alcohol for.
That is the sound of alcohol right now. And you gather around the table with a bottle of Jack Booker on the house.
Neris sort of shuffles in, still extremely confused as to what is going on or happened, but still has her staff, like that she's kind of propping herself up with. Sits down next to Malar because he's kind of been protecting her a lot of the time. Just looks at him like, why are you? Where's your staff? Trying to, after that glare.
Has everybody taken a seat, or are people just
I'm sitting at the
Oh,
bar.
Brucon's sat down.
Everyone sits up like immediately.
I think we all need to have a conversation about what just happened.
I don't know what just happened.
Next week.
And we'll leave it there for today.
It's Dungeons and Motherfucking Dragons!
Holy fuck!
So hang on. Dead? I don't know what happened to you. You've lost a fucking spell. Which is a big fucking deal for you, by
I've
the
lost
way.
a third of my spell.
I just
Yeah.
gave the fuck up on taking notes.
Brucon's diary just says, and a whole lot of shit went down.
Yeah.
Twice.
I went down
pencil fell
3
fine.
times.
I should have died.
You
you, DM.
did die.
You did.
Well, I mean, I did, but I should have been
I
dying.
went down
You think this is
3
a freebie?
No.
No, I know.
This isn't a freebie.
No, but I'm still in the game.
You are still in the
No,
game,
no.
yes.
That's what I'm thinking
So
from it. I'm still Neris is still in the game.
You have
Way more interesting.
You have enlisted the
Oh, you want
aid
an interesting cult,
of an ancient cult to bring back your
And involve the red dragon.
your elf sorcerer, and involve the red dragon. Or seemingly, you and the red dragon are in some way connected. Yes.
Well, I
Draconic sorcerer.
Yeah, exactly. And with the
That
red
doesn't make any
mages
sense at all.
taking
That's like the thing that makes the least sense tonight.
with the background,
God.
that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So that was probably the least
So
surprising
I would say
thing.
after some relatively light dungeon crawling and fun stuff, we've hit a serious note.
Yeah.
On session 13. Unlucky for some.
Yeah,
Damn, bro.
Insane.
For some, for everyone.
Yeah.
13 of those
Yeah,
fucking
literally,
things.
like you turn up in the last, for the last 5 minutes of that. And you're just like, wait, I'm helping. Ah!
The fake dice that was rolled has been will be enacted next time. The consequences of that I'll reveal what it is next week. But thank you for that, and keep your suggestions coming in using hashtag fake dice. I think we all need to lie down.
Yeah.
So
Neophyte gains a spell.
Yeah.
I will discuss a bit more about what went down on Friday with our campaign diary. I'm guessing some of you guys were tuning in for that.
Definitely gonna be watching that one.
That's Friday 5 PM here on the channel, and then we'll be back on Monday with the next installment to find out what the group are going to do next, because that Rat King's lair is not quite dealt with yet, being that the Rat King has not been dealt with.
Literally
It's
still
at large. And of course, Saturday night will be Saturday will be you two doing your 24-hour thing. Please tune in for that. We will be sharing it on the channel as well.
Donate!
Thank you all very much, and
Donate!
we'll see you next week.
See you
Stay
next
safe.
week. Bye.
Bye!